Shall we? Hello, hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty great myself. You know, I was debating on because I tried to use a Pokeball, but nothing really went through. And then you just came on my show anyway.
Well, yeah. See, well, your first problem is that you tried to use a Pokeball. Everyone knows you don't catch special Pokemon in Pokeballs.
Oh, what should I have used? What should I have used?
Premier Ball at a minimum.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Why not luxury Pokeballs? I feel like those would be really nice.
They can be nice, but like I don't know. It's a personal preference for me with the Premier Ball. The Premier Ball is perfectly symmetrical in 2 directions, actually.
Oh, true. You like the symmetry.
If you divide it horizontally, yeah, I like the symmetry. It's a white ball with red trim. It's beautiful.
Ah, I see. I can see that. Definitely. You're not very symmetric yourself with the cool hair in your eyes, name like that. Are you a symmetric kind of person?
Yeah, I like symmetry, but there are merits to being asymmetrical in some ways. Yeah.
I see. Well, with all the issues I've been having just starting up the stream, I think you're the one that's taming me instead of me trying to tame you. So I appreciate your help with everything.
Maybe just a little.
Just a little bit. That's why I was wondering, like, who's taming who? I thought I caught you, but I think you're the one that's training me how to be a better person. So, who's the real Pokemon here? Who's the real Pokemon? But anyway,
well, I mean, I may be slightly hybridized of a Pokemon, but
slightly. What? What are you talking about? Isn't this not what Survivors all look like? That's what I thought.
No, most of them look like regular snakes.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you were just a female type.
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Wait, the Pokedex lied to me. Well, I did get this Pokedex from Rule 34, so I guess it's a little bit different than normal.
Oh.
So, maybe I should return it.
I would definitely return that.
All right, I'll return this, guys. Okay. Is that a Kami? Oh, snap. Well, hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to the show. This is the fun little interview talk show I like to do each and every week when I interview a brand new VTuber to come on my show. And this week we have a very special guest. How would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Akami. I'm the Monster Tamer Gamer Girl extraordinaire, lover of all things monster collection, open world experiences, and nerdy stuff in general. That's how I pretty much introduce myself anytime anyone raids into the stream, at least.
Hey, go for it. I love it. I love nerdy stuff, so it seems to fit well with my brand too. So I like it. I actually went onto your stream earlier today. Also, just a side note, I can hear myself with your mic.
Sorry.
No worries.
I have open back headphones because I don't like getting snuck up on.
Ah, true. You don't want to be snuck up on.
If I lived alone, I could have closed headphones, but I do not live alone, therefore I need open back headphones to be aware of my surroundings.
You know what? I used to live alone for a while, but during my moving period of moving to different houses, I had to stick with family members. And oh my god, it's so hard to schedule interviews and like streams with people in your house because you don't want to disturb them, and you also want to hang out with them every now and then. But then it goes in the way of your streams, and then you feel bad when you want to stream in your room and they're over there just watching TV, wishing that they would watch anime with you. So difficult.
Yeah, for me, that's why I treat streaming very much recently like just like a job shift. Like if anyone's ever actually looked at when I start the stream and when I end the stream, it's very much like a working day, in a sense. You go too long, the quality of your content will suffer.
Yes, you're true. You're right.
Usually, it can suffer. There are instances where it doesn't.
No, you're 100% correct. I guess when you have a family who's all used to like hardworking construction, like hands-on kind of work, and I tell them that, oh yeah, hey, I can get paid doing this too. They're like, nah, it's not a real job. You'll never get anywhere. They kind of think that, oh yeah, that's just a hobby, right? That's just a small thing. You should go out and do more stuff. It's like, but I want to stream. I like streaming. Streaming is fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, For those who are not used to come to some of my talk shows, I'll be asking our lovely guest here 15 questions. These questions are going to go into a lot of different things, like how she first got started as a streamer, her little like tidbits of information that might be useful for like a future goals of what she wants to accomplish in her streaming life. Maybe some ideas of what she wants to stream later on. We're also going to get into her body. I mean, we're going to talk about her model, obviously, because we want to, understand it. Say so, stream, right? Stranger, we're not going to do anything crazy. What are you guys talking about? Just say so, right? Right? You're a say so streamer, right?
What?
Yeah.
I never admitted that.
What? I thought. I was looking at your streams and it was so say so, so nice. I never heard a single cuss word at all. Never.
I swear like a sailor. Come on now.
No, I just love her when I look through all like because don't take this the wrong way. I was stalking her, looking at all her stuff, and every single description of her just says, "Hey, by the way, I cuss like a sailor on all my streams." Just a heads up. I was like, oh well, at least she lets us know every single thing that she's posted on. It's good to know. It's good to expect.
I mean,
those kind of things.
Did you like I think for the like past month I've been using for my go live notification mommy material daddy equipment. So
oh, you know what? Again, straight to the point. Know what I'm getting at. I like it. It's good. No, good. So do you consider yourself as a mommy material?
Daddy equipment. Yeah, both. It's both.
Daddy equipment. Oh, I see. What kind of equipment? Like what does that mean?
Yes.
Oh, good answer. I like it. Cool. Well, this is gonna be a fun one. I'm looking forward to this one. Also, so I have a lot of questions to ask you. But chat, you can also ask questions you like. You can ask any question you want. Any questions, no matter what it is. What's the worst that can happen? Probably the worst question is like, what kind of condiments you like on your hot dog? Something. Nothing worse than that, right? Totally
Ketchup
good.
And mustard.
Yeah,
sometimes relish.
Oh, controversial over here. Oh snap! I know. It's getting heated already. These questions are getting heated already. Mm-hmm.
What?
I know. I don't like that. I like ketchup and mustard. That's it. Plain, boring. But also I like ranch too. So I don't know. Is that weird?
What is ranch but fancy mayonnaise?
It is true. I like the fancy mayonnaise stuff. It's very good. But I would only like store bought. I don't want homemade. Don't trust those. Never. Kami, what's your favorite poison type Pokemon? What is your favorite poison type Pokemon?
Seviper.
What? I thought it was gonna be that. I thought it was gonna be that brown Mudkip looking one. I guess I
mean, Clodsire pretty nice. Clodzire's pretty nice, don't get me wrong. And there is, of course, the my Glamora, my shiny Glamora that I have with the name of
shocking
Asprolapse.
The best apps.
Yeah, I mean, it's more that like I was figuring out what you could and couldn't do with the profanity filter on the Switch.
Oh. And
I was like, oh, you can name a Pokemon Asprolapse. That's cool.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna name all my Pokemon.
Yeah, literally. Oh my lord.
What? If I could do it, might as well, Watch, you're gonna be playing an online Pokemon game and you're gonna see like a trainer named Trick and all his Pokemon's Asprolapse. All his Pokemon. You'll know.
Oh no.
You did this.
Oh well.
Well, chat.
Oh no, I only put the idea out there. It's you who executed it.
Yes. Which I will do the best to execute all of your ideas. All of them. No matter how crazy they would be, I will execute them. That's all your ideas are, right? Nothing worse than that. Right?
Perhaps.
Maybe I should watch what I say. Maybe I should not promise too much stuff. But
exactly. Do not execute any idea I give you. It could be potentially detrimental to your health, maybe. Who knows?
What? Nah. What's the worst that can happen? My health? Psh, I'm an adult. My health doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, obviously. But so chat, just letting you guys know, you guys can ask any question you like. If you guys want a tribute to the interview, but you don't have a question, I also have a spin the wheel redeemed you guys can hit. If you guys hit that spin the wheel, a random wheel pop up and will ask a random question to our lovely guest, and you might be surprised in the questions you have. So, I might actually like that. How about you, Trico? You like Pokemon? You got a favorite type? I do, actually. I'm a ghost type fan. I love ghost type Pokemon. If you look behind me, you actually can see a Gengar in the back, which is my favorite Pokemon. I love Gengar. It's my favorite. I love ghost type Pokemon all the time. And no, before you ask, my name is not anything to do with that, what, grass type Pokemon? What was it called again? It was the people think that Trico is from the Pokemon what's the Trico? Yeah, people think my name's from Trico. So people think I'm a Pokemon. But no, I didn't even know Trico was a Pokemon because I never played that version of the game. I only played like old school and then new stuff. So no.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, I do believe the Game Boy Advance counts as a retro console.
Oh yeah, it is retro now. Oh my god. Technically 360 games are retro now in my store, which is really depressing and how old I am. It hurts my soul whenever someone says that.
The amount of time between when the NES came out and the GameCube came out is shorter than when the GameCube came out and now.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't say that to me.
Too bad. I've already put it in the world. You can feel your hips grinding together now.
My back hurts already just by thinking about that. I'm making noises when I get up now, so don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Well, Jones was.
Well, too bad.
No. Jones was to ask you a question, so let's forget about our age and how our mortal coral is going to expire very soon, and let's see what Jones want to ask you. The question is, what is your most hated game you ever played?
Ever of all time?
Yeah.
Digimon Survive.
Really? Oh, you know what? I heard mixed reviews on that, actually. What was your thoughts on it as a Digimon fan who has dead
when it was
Digimons
first announced,
all over
it was
you,
announced. Yeah. When it was first announced, it was announced as a like a survival action RPG or like survival strategy RPG. And then complete radio silence for years. And then at Digimon Con in the year it said, they're like, oh yeah, it's coming out. And by the way, now it's like 75-80% visual novel. Oh. And I'm like, okay. I bought it, installed it, played an hour and a half of it. It takes like an hour to get to even the first strategy RPG elements of it.
Wow.
Yeah, and even that part of it feels very unfinished, tacked on. The one thing I've said about Digimon Survive is I said you can remove the strategy RPG part of the game and it doesn't change the actual story at all.
Oh, really? So like the actual
like,
game parts? Yeah. The actual game part of the video game?
Yeah, the actual game, because it's mostly a visual novel. They added that to fluff it, you know?
Oh, that's lame.
At that point, I'm just like, all right, and I'm like, I can't get my money back from Steam at this point, so I'm like, all right, that's $60 for a visual novel, by the way.
Oh.
And I'm like, cool, Bandai Namco, I'm literally not gonna buy a Digimon game day one from you ever again right now until it's a tried and true, like unless it's proven that it's like an RPG of some kind, like an actual game and not a visual novel. So I'm not a visual novel person. Like, I barely read books. What do you think I'm gonna read a visual novel? No.
No. I have books with pages for a reason. Video games for a reason.
But there's also a second one now that I'm thinking about Bandai Namco specifically, and that would be New Gundam Breaker.
Oh, you don't like the New Gundam Breaker?
No.
I never played it.
That's literally the name of it.
Oh, well, that's the name of the game. It's called New Gundam Breaker.
Yeah, it's called New Gundam Breaker. Because Gundam Breaker, there was Gundam Breakers 1 through 3, and then there's New Gundam Breaker, which is the first Gundam Breaker released, like, localized specifically also for the West. And Bandai was like, oh yeah, we challenged the developer to make it, like, friendly for esports and stuff like that. And it doesn't play at all like the original Gundam Breakers, and it suffers for that.
Oh, that's lame. So like they took a Mario
had
feel.
tons of like, yeah, it has tons of like performance issues and a lot of things like that. Mostly with the Gundam Breaker game is the parts that you pick determine how you play. And in like Gundam Breaker 3, which is what people consider the last Gundam Breaker game, you build your Gundam, you kit it out how you want, like how you want to play it, because it doesn't matter what the parts look like. You can make them do whatever you want. And you, the thing is, if you got your part knocked off, it just comes back to you after a little. It's almost like a debuff for just a small time. Whereas new Gundam Breakers, if you got your part knocked off, well, you better hope you can find it, because you got to go pick it back up and put it back on. Otherwise, you may end up picking up a random part and putting it on. Now, whatever your playstyle you were doing is not there anymore.
Wow, that sounds annoying. Like I could just see like different.
Yeah,
like...
it's not good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like Gundams. I think the Gundams are really cool, but I haven't gotten into like Gundam stuff in a very long time. Like a very long time. I tried to play with one of my VTuber friends the newer Gundam games. I might have been New Gundam Breaker actually, and it was okay, but it was too gacha-y for me, so I just kind of went away from it.
That sounds like Battle Operation 2.
Yeah, that's the one I played. Yeah, that one was cool, but like it was too pay to win to me. Too pay to win.
Yeah, that's been a complaint about that game since it debuted on the PlayStation 4.
That's why I'm like, I'm good with that. I'm fine. I already played enough gacha games by myself. I don't need to get into another gacha game just to play PvP and get destroyed by someone who paid too much money. Can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but, not to mention, as I've always said, Bandai Namco's entire business strategy reads like a bad Harry Potter novel. You have to read it exactly like a Harry Potter title, and that is Bandai Namco and the Mishandling of Franchises. And because like Gundam Evolution is cutting service at the end of this year on November. The game's been out a year at that point,
and it's already dying.
It has been out for a year, and I'm like, yeah, it was dead. It was dead on arrival practically. Like it had maybe 50,000 players or so at launch, but like it's sub 1,000 active players on Steam right now. I think it's even sub 500 active players, active people actually playing it.
Dang, yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. As Konami, oh yeah, no, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. At least Konami is like finally giving the license out a little bit. They were like pretty much like smuggling all their video game licenses for like so long. They just pretty much leave it underneath their piles of terrible stuff and not allowing anyone to see it. Until like recently, they're like, okay, cool. Now we'll let you see Castlevania and Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid remakes. So at least Konami's trying to do something. I think they should just be bought out. But Bandai Namco, I don't know if they're going to recover from this. When's the last time they made it a really good game? I can't remember. When was the last time?
Elden Ring.
So they didn't.
They didn't make it, but they published it.
Yeah,
so they
published it. Yeah,
they get the international revenue for it.
True.
Because remember, it's easier for a company in Japan to self-publish in Japan, specifically for like example, Pokemon self-publishes in Japan.
Makes sense.
The Pokemon company self-publishes in Japan, whereas Nintendo helps it out outside of Japan, essentially.
You know what? I can see that definitely. Okay. So, Bandai Namco, with that Elden Ring money, it's probably going to be around for much longer. Then they're able to play off and do more of their stuff. Even though we don't really want to see that, unfortunately.
The other thing we have to remember is Bandai Namco is a subsidiary of just Bandai. And Bandai owns very lucrative toy lines, specifically Gundam, all that stuff. That's all Bandai. So some of that money can still be funneled into Bandai Namco if they want it to. It's just a real big shame when they're like, look at the thing we did, and it's like you look at it like this is terrible, and they're like, yeah, it sure is. It feels almost like the company that goes like it has an example. It's the kind of style where it's just like, oh, this is the first game we're finally releasing Gundam Breaker in the West with New Gundam Breaker. then they shoot themselves in the foot and go, "Oh wow, it didn't perform well in the West, so I guess we'll never we won't be making any more Gundam Breakers again for the West." And like, it didn't perform well because it wasn't a good game.
It's like, wow. Wonder why they don't like our game so much. It must be the audience. They don't like the stuff anymore. We'll just go over. It's like, no, we want this stuff.
It's just the. Yeah, it's like I literally said it's like Bandai Namco put Gundam Breaker 3 on Steam. It just practically almost print a bit of money because it's still regarded as one of the best Gundam Breaker or just one of the better Gundam games out there.
100%. Like that's what happens when companies have so much money to like throw away. They can just toss a whole bunch of money into something and see it fail and then be like, cool, awesome. Instead of fixing it or working on it and making balancing or any kind of things, we'll just scrap it, lose all that money, and start fresh with something also no one wants to play. Yep, and just hoping it'll fix. That is Game Publishers 101. Pretty much. That's what made me sad about Anthem, because like I thought Anthem could have been really good if they actually worked on it, but they gave up on it like way too soon, and now that cool flight mech suit thing is probably gonna be gone forever, unfortunately.
The thing with Anthem is it's a story of a big example, or not a big example, but like almost like in the same vein of things. Look at Hello Games. Are you familiar with Hello Games?
Yes.
Hello Games made No Man's Sky. Now, do you remember No Man's Sky 1.0?
Oh yeah, no. I was one of the hyped.
So was I, and it was a travesty, and that's because look who became the publisher of it originally.
Oh.
It was Sony. Sony bought into Hello Games No Man's Sky, made it a PS4 exclusive for a time. It was like, I think it was like almost like a 2-week exclusivity though, because it's an indie game.
Yeah.
But like still, I want to say that Sony rushed the development cycle of No Man's Sky. You play No Man's Sky now, it is actually a game. So it's way more than, it looks more like what it was supposed to be than what we actually got. Same thing happened with Anthem, but that's the, you know, just change the actors in the story. Where instead of Sony, now you have EA, and instead of Hello Games, you have BioWare. So BioWare is like, we're working on this neat thing, and EA's like, well, it's got to be ready for the shareholders, you know, to be happy. And BioWare is like, it's not done cooking yet. And unfortunately, there's no like Gordon Ramsay for the video game industry who goes, you can't serve raw chicken, you know, you can't serve games. Maybe there is, but it only exists at like Nintendo, where Miyamoto's like, you know, give a game as much time as it needs to cook, and you know, if you release a good game, it'll be great, you know, good. If you release a bad game, everyone will remember it forever.
Yep. Very good quote. See, unfortunately, like companies like Bethesda and EA likes the other quote that's very popular, that's really bad. And that is, it doesn't matter how well a game comes out, is how well a game ends up being. And that gives them the excuse to release games at a terrible state, and it will eventually get good, or they'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, part of it too is, but I mean, I enjoy the meme on the Bethesda side of things, because look, I'm looking forward to Starfield. I can't wait to play a game that's possibly riddled with features. Because it's not a bug, it's a feature.
It's a feature. Yes, 100%. Was it Anthem?
Random Mason says, wasn't Anthem also? Yeah, I was just about to read that. Yeah,
yeah.
Single dev hell of years of development, but only 3 months of real game work. I have no clue.
So pretty much what I heard about the story was that it was almost like a 10-year-long development time, but for the first 70 years, they really didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what they wanted Anthem to be, and EA came down and was like, cool, so 70 years, what do you have for me? And they literally had nothing. So they, okay, well, you guys need to do something, because we're announcing this like in E3, like in a couple months. You gotta have something. And so they gave them like some kind of like tech demo or some kind of thing, and EA didn't like it, so they pretty much made a like a video of what they wanted it to be and released it as a tech demo of E3, and that was the first time that the developers of Anthem saw what they wanted. So they're like, "Oh, is that what we're supposed to do? Oh, frick, let's do that." So they spent like pretty much 3 years making Anthem, and it literally didn't have anything on it. And that flying mechanic wasn't even supposed to be in the game until like a year before release. EA came over and was like, "Hey, so what happened to that flying thing? Oh, we scrapped it. Oh, no, bring that back. Put it back into the game." And so yeah, it was a mishap of all these like different developer ideas all meshed together. And at the end, we saw how it came out. Like, there was cool elements, but it was definitely not in the oven long enough. And it was kept on taking out the oven, put more stuff in, put it back in the oven, and then take it out again, take out the stuff, and put it back. It was a terrible pie of video game logic into it. It was not a fun time for anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish Anthem was cool, but unfortunately, we're probably not gonna see it for a very long time, if anywhere, anytime, ever. But yeah. Video
Most
games, though.
likely, you're more likely to see stuff from Anthem enter Warframe at this point, because that's what Anthem kind of is. It's just Warframe, but done by a different company.
Yep, pretty much. You're not wrong.
Prove me wrong. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty much Warframe. You're not wrong. It's like Iron Man trying to be Warframe, pretty much. Like it was a weird thing. It was a weird thing. I just really hope, because there's rumors.
It was a cross of Destiny and Warframe.
Destiny and Warframe all put together, definitely. I remember people clowning on Anthem because it tried to swat itself up. Tried to chew itself up as a Warframe Destiny killer. I remember that. It was trying to be they even like quoted it as like, this is gonna be the Destiny killer. I remember hearing about that, and then it just fell so flat, and Destiny fans were just laughing all the way.
It's almost like no one ever learned about anytime an MMO came out claiming to be the WoW killer, and like, you don't claim to be the WoW killer. You either do it or you don't. Like,
yeah,
don't make a game for the purposes of killing another game. It won't happen, because guess what? The fans will spite you for it. They'll just like, oh, I won't kill WoW. I'll make sure it doesn't kill WoW. And they're like, but you don't like WoW. It's like, I know, but this game, the way this game's gonna kill WoW. It's like, no. If you can't manifest that stuff. Either just instead of focus, like the thing is, it's like, hey, don't focus on trying to make a game that it's designed to eliminate another product. Instead, make a game that is supposed to be just the best version of itself. If it happens to sit at the top, awesome. If it doesn't, try again next time.
Well, yeah, no, I remember when that was like a big thing. Like, a game's the killer of this game, you know? Like, I can't remember what did it. There was one game that actually was the killer of another game, and ever since someone threw out that term, all the publishers all want to do is like, I want to make one game kill another big game so that we can put that as the tagline. And after that one game, not a single like person who ever said this is a killer of another game ever end up being the killer of that. It kind of did the opposite of what they were planning on for it to do, that's why it probably died very quickly, because they realized that fans really hate it, and they don't like being told that their game is going to be ending and you have to go to this new thing. Also, really quick, your voice is turning into a robot. I didn't know a poison type snake could turn to a robot every now and then.
No, it could be my I have rural internet. It could be I was having a small error on my computer, but it's over. Am I still roboting?
Yeah, it's still a little roboting. Just saying.
Yeah, it could be my upload. It could be the upload. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally good. I still like your voice. Your voice is very pretty and very soothing. I like listening to it, so it's really good. Now, really quick, we do have another spin, so let's get it. Undying would like to ask you a question. Hopefully it brings you back to life. We'll see. Do you have a favorite dumb joke? Just like a joke that always makes you laugh?
One day back in medieval Europe, a feudal lord looked out to the peasants he was in charge of and saw that they were very, they're very tired. They're very tired. He's like, wow, but I'm known as one of the most benevolent lords in the land. They deserve a break. And so he goes to his peasants and goes, peasants, you've worked the land long enough. Come with me. We're going to go take a break today instead. And so he leads them to the beach. It's only like an hour or so walk away. So they walk to the beach. They get to the beach, and the Lord looks to the peasants and says, "Here you are, a beach, a day at the beach just for you." And he points and gestures towards the ocean and says, "Surf's up." And that's the joke.
Oh, surf's up?
Yep.
Okay, I might be too dumb for this joke. What? You might have to explain it. I apologize. Surf's up.
One of the things about feudal like feudal Europe is like a fiefdom. You have the fiefdom, which has a lord, and that has the peasants. The peasants are called serfs.
Oh, surf's up. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I
and
get
CRF is the name for the peasant that is a serf. It's a serfdom, a fiefdom. So he gives them a vacation, surf's up. It's a terrible joke.
It's
an
a good
awful
joke. I love it.
The thing is, on the same beach, a couple of scholars are walking.
Oh.
And they're walking, and suddenly one of them stumbles upon a bunch of writing in the sand. And he looks to the other scholar and he goes, "Quick, before the tide comes in, what does it say? I can't, I don't think I understand it." And the other scholar looks at him and says, "What, you can't read Sanskrit?"
I love it. Sanskrit is good. I love those kind of like dad jokes. That's so good. So good.
Yeah, what's another one? Why do fathers love playing Magic the Gathering?
Oh, why?
Any excuse to build another deck.
Ha! Ha! I love it. That's good. That's good. I want to build a deck now. That's great. That's great. Want to hear my favorite one of all time?
Sure.
All right.
Let's hear.
Did you hear about the circus fire?
No.
It was intense.
Oh Lord.
I love it.
What do you call it when you find a felon camping in the woods?
A felon? Camping in the woods? I don't know.
Yeah, a felon. Criminal intent.
Ah, good. Love that. Did you see that one?
What?
Oh, yeah, more from me. Okay, let's hear it.
Oh yeah, what do mathematicians and lumberjacks have in common?
I don't know why.
Their work both deals with logs.
You know what? I can see that. Definitely good. Definitely. I love it. I love these. But I feel like as you get older, these jokes age like fine wine, in my opinion. Like they were pretty like cringe when you're younger, but when you get older, you start to appreciate it a little more.
I think it comes a lot with knowledge. Honestly, being what I like to call a wordplay pundit.
You start to like
the idea of wordplay.
Yeah, you start to and appreciate more. No, I took it. You start to love and appreciate the wordplay when it goes into it, and you start actually like, you know what? That's actually pretty clever. It's pretty smart, and people's like, please don't say anymore. Don't say anymore. But I love it. That's so good. So good. Did you see the?
Did you hear about the? No, go ahead.
I would say, did you see that video when Kratos, the voice of Kratos, was saying a whole bunch of dad jokes in his voice?
No, I didn't see that video.
I need to show you. It's hilarious. He was like, "I used to hate stairs, but then I got over them." It was hilarious. It was so good. So good. I'll send you that video later.
What's my last dad joke that I have? Wow, I had it and then it left. Holy shit.
Oh no. It looks like someone was like, "No, we cannot hear anymore." Someone from chat. Chat, you didn't want to hear any more dad jokes, did you? When you guys took that idea from her.
Clearly.
You guys did it. You guys did it. I know which one of you guys did it, but you guys did it. Well, I know that we're already like 40 minutes in. But would you like to get the first question?
Sure. What's the first question? I knew you sent me them, and then ADHD was like, "I'll read this later." But then ADHD is like, "No, you won't. The hell
No,
you won't."
You know what? I feel that sometimes, though. I so feel that. But hey, that means you'll be on the spot. You'll get the questions just randomly sent to you, and you will hit it, and you will have to answer it on the spot. So let's hopefully. It's not too much for you, but the question might be a doozy, but it is, why and when did you get into streaming in the first place?
Okay, so if we go back a while, I was a meat space streamer on another channel, but I didn't like showing my face or really talking because, fun fact, that would be that's a secret that would come up later in life.
Oh.
And I hit affiliate back when Sword and Shield came out, and I was just streaming lots of Sword and Shield and doing shiny hunting and all that stuff, Dynamax raids and stuff like that. And then, kind of fell out of doing it because it's just like, I wasn't like super enjoying it because I didn't enjoy myself. And it turns out you're transgender, Akami. Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense now. Wowie.
Wow.
No wonder I was uncomfortable with the way I looked and the way I sounded. Anyway, in 2020, it's part of that. So it happened, the pandemic happened, and I was, at work, and I was like, this is my first year of starting to try to transition, and I learned about VTubers, and at first I was like, "Oh, it'd be real expensive to be, or like it's not feasible the kind of technology that exists to be VTuber right now." Little did I know that like the gates were slowly being opened. Like there was less gatekeeping of like happening at that time, and then someone sent me a link. They said, "Hey, you might be interested in this," and it was Domo Ariga, thanks. And he was interviewing, I believe his name was Brian Sweet over at Iron Vertex, which was like at the time the biggest premier live 2D rigging guild out there. And it was there I went to I joined the live 2D Discord server, and I met my first artist on December 26th. I commissioned the first Kami. And debuted it. My first stream with that was on March 6th, 2021.
And now we have you. We have the best.
Yeah.
The best snake all around. That's cool. I like that. That's a really cool bring up story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is so like, and there's been 4 iterations of Akami. This is this iteration that you see now is part of the 4th iteration. I would say it's like a 4.0.5. 4.1 is still being worked on, but it's a full-on design revision done by Gemcat, who was in the chat just a little bit earlier. She's working really hard on that, and I can't wait.
I can't wait
what she's doing with that, because it's like what you see here is great, and I love it. But what she's got in her pocket is going to be out of this world.
The daughter, hello.
Hi, Jam. Yeah, because if you didn't know, as you know, if you've been dealing with VTubers, you know the whole like model mama, model papa.
Oh yeah,
she's my model mama.
Aw,
for the one she's working on. Yeah, and the model papa for this one is Mossy Burger. And if you know Mossy Burger, you will look immediately at my model and be like, "Oh, yep, that's his model work."
Yep.
But it came down to me being like, "Well, I don't want to show my face. I don't want to like, I'm not super duper comfortable with my appearance." The one time I did a VTuber versus IRL, I got called Grug from fucking the Crudes. And I'm like, cool, never again will I show my face on Twitter. .com. And so I'm like, yeah, cool. It's whatever. But like people on the internet, people on the internet are mean. And they're mean because, it's kind of that whole like bullying thing. Like maybe they're mean because like there's something else wrong in their life and they choose to take it out on others. Who knows? Maybe they're just an absolute sociopath. That could also be.
I can see that. I can see that too.
that's why I became a VTuber, because it's like, cool, I don't have to show myself. I like that degree of anonymity. Anytime I mention where I live, all I say is I'm in a red state in the southeast, and someone's like,
Ah.
that narrows it down. I'm like, sure does. Doesn't, but it could be any of them. Good luck with that one. Like that's what it is. And like when I showed my degree on Twitter, I actually edited out the school name, the school seals, the school chancellor, my name, anything that would put me in a geographic location. And it's like, yeah, here's my degree. And someone's like, what school is it? No, that's none of your business.
People are just trying to find out where you live. Dang.
No, I mean that's any streamer, honestly.
True.
I mean, you probably have people going like, "Hey, where do you live?" I'm like, the hell, I'll tell you.
Well, like, so a lot of my, like, when I first started, I couldn't be a VTuber because too many people who followed me already knew what I looked like. Because when I first started, I was actually kind of like a game news kind of person. That's why I always post game news, because that's where I started. And it was because I run a video game store, and a lot of my customers wanted to see my views and opinions on certain games that came out. So they just want to watch me play video games. So that's how I first got started streaming. So if I was a VTuber, even though I thought VTubers were freaking sick and a really cool idea, I couldn't become a VTuber because everyone would be like, why are you a VTuber? Why are you an anime guy? Why are you an anime dude? I'm like, oh, because
there are some VTubers out there though that do both.
You're right.
So you shouldn't have to feel like you're locked into being one or the other. Like, if you wanted to be a hybrid, power to you, do it.
Well, that was in the beginning. I didn't think that was an idea. Now, after talking to a lot of freaking amazing VTubers and becoming best friends with some of the VTubers out there, that idea might actually become a reality down the line. But I won't spoil too much of it. But let's just say that it might be I might be able to transcend to all the weebdom and become the anime one day. Or we'll see. We'll see. You could become
the only way you can transcend all weebdom is to get a degree in Japanese studies, like I did. Literally have a degree in weebotology.
Darn it! Man, I'm just a normal weeb. I have to extend into your weebdom. One day I will learn from my senpai.
Well, no, like you can learn Japanese all you want. It's and but like I literally have a professional. I have an accredited university degree that says Japanese studies, but I'm like, it might as well say I'm queen of the weebs.
Queen of the weebs. Everyone praise the queen of the weebs. Everyone bow down to the weeb.
Please don't.
I love it. But yeah, no, like it's an idea that I've always thought of. Just because I thought it'd be kind of cool to like try different things, and I even have a model in mind who I'm making notes on whenever I do it. But again, right now, while I'm in transitioning on buying a house and getting all that kind of stuff together, that is my priority. Going to focus on that kind of stuff. But down the line, that's an idea. It's an idea. Maybe move on. For now, I like doing this just because a lot of people recognize me. And I like it when I get recognized. It's really cool. It's really interesting. But people always get my name wrong. Didn't realize that my name was so difficult. Yeah, Trico. Not Trico, Tricko. Mother. How dare you get my name wrong? Is like I got so many people call me Trico that I had to buy a little toy to let them know that there's a difference between this guy and me. It's a difference. Not the same.
Beautiful. Lovely.
Meow. But okay. Back to you, because we need all the spotlight is on you. You're the spotlight. Yes, all the spotlight. We are all shining on you. All the shine. What would you like? What do you like the most about being a VTuber gamer? They're the same picture. They're not the same picture. No, they're not. Not the same picture. No. I'm totally not a Trico. I'm not a Pokemon. This is the Pokemon. There's a difference. See, she has a tail. She has a tail. She's very colorful. I'm flesh. I'm fleshy tuber. I'm flesh. I'm not green, and I don't have a tail. Well, you can't see it, but no, I don't have a tail. Obviously.
So what do I like being about a VTuber? I like that being a VTuber, it comes with a couple very interesting aspects. So I know one of the biggest struggles, as you know, a meat space content creator, because I was a meat space content creator for a little bit, right?
Mhm.
Um, like when I made a Tommy, I made a brand new like Twitch and everything. I didn't like migrate my old Twitch. I started off brand new as a not affiliate and had to get affiliate again. Um, which because I hyped up my debut the way I did then, you know, during like right before like the VTuber bubble kind of burst a little bit. Um, I think my first stream was an average of 66 viewers. So yeah, I had affiliate within the. I think all I had to do was then stream like the 5 days to be like, all right, I guess I'm affiliate now,
Yeah, nice.
and go from there.
Good job.
But like, because I know like it's that's not the same for everybody, right? Everyone has their own journey, uh, you know, on Twitch to obtain like affiliate, obtain partner, all that stuff. It's a different journey for everybody. Um, with different time frames and milestones. What I like most being about a VTuber is the community is definitely feels like it's more inclusive in a way because it can be also exclusive at times in other ways, but like as a like say example as a meat space content creator, when you tweet like when Twitter before you know the Musk man took it over, right?
Yeah.
I remember doing this because I would tweet and I'd use like certain hashtags to try to get my name out there. And I'm like, are people actually looking at this or are they just glossing it over? But like as a VTuber, you know, I have a character. I have things I can be like, I want art. Someone's like, what do you want art of? Well, duh, me. Like it'd be like you, like but see, as a meat space person, you're like, I want art. What do you want art of? Well, me. But I'm not. I'm a person. And when you have a character representing yourself, like you know myself, you know Jamcat with her design, everyone else with their other designs, we have the ability to be like go to an artist or you know either learn to draw it ourselves, be like, hey, I put out, hey, look at this thing I made. It's of me, and people are like, oh, that's neat. And so there's different newer levels of engagement as a VTuber specifically. That may not come from being a meat space streamer. However, being a VTuber also comes with a couple caveats in the sense of, hey, it's expensive. Being a VTuber is
Yeah.
dog expensive.
Oh.
Like holy moly, like you're talking a model can run anywhere from 1500 plus depending on the level of complexity you want it to have. And the other caveats are like, do you know what most of the raids I get are other VTubers? And I'm like, I really should be reaching out to more meat space streamers, but every time I go to look for a raid, I'm like, sometimes I'll look in like a category of wherever I'm streaming. I'm like, all right, I'm the channel, and the next one is Russian. Awesome.
Russian, let's
And
go.
I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna raid one of the people I know. So that's what I said. At other times, it can be very exclusive because like, oh, VTubers feed onto other VTubers, but it's really nice when like examples like this when the bridge is gapped because we need to stop thinking of ourselves as different in the sense that like when we say oh, I'm a VTuber and you're like well I'm a meat space streamer, I'm like no, we are content creators. Doesn't matter how we, this is just how we choose to represent ourselves. And when we choose to do it in that fashion, if we start calling ourselves all just collectively as content creator, I think we start breaking down some of the labels that you know because like here's the thing, remember before like the big VTuber thing happened, the actual what we would now call a VTuber still existed on like YouTube.
Yeah.
People who use PNGs to represent themselves in their edited content, like Saberspark,
Mm-hmm.
who does like a lot of like movie and you know TV show reviews, uses like a little drawing of themselves, and it's like that's a VTuber. That's essentially what is a VTuber. And you're like, oh, that's neat. But at the time, that term wasn't coined, therefore it's just like content creator. I'm like, that's what we need to kind of start reconglomerating ourselves into, just being content creators. But I will say, one of the things I do like is the ability to go on like Twitter and other like social media spaces, and we have a hashtag that works for us. So if someone's like, huh, I want to learn more, or I want to see more VTubers, boom, hashtag VTuber, you're there.
Got you. No, you're
If you say like
right.
hashtag Twitch streamer, it's like it's so many. There's like so many.
So bad.
But and that's actually you know one of the problems that like it's kind of like one of the ugly problems that I don't think Twitch wants to address, and that is how many because they're like, Twitch doesn't make money. I'm like, oh no heck. It's an upside down pyramid.
You're
Just like
not
how,
wrong.
well, like this, it's how like a populate, like the example is like, look at the population of Japan. Japan has an upside down population pyramid, which is there are more old people than there are young people to replace them. Therefore, and the same thing happens with streamers too. There are more streamers than there are viewers to go around.
That's crazy.
And
there
are streamers that actually costs the platform money simply using up the bandwidth. And like, look, power to you. Do what you are, but like at some point the company's going to be like, if you like I don't know how to describe it. There's going to be something that's going to happen, I think, at some point where they're going to realize, hey, we need to rein in like a way to like stop money leaking from somewhere. And eventually they have to do it in a way that stops alienating us as content creators in that area, because like as content creators, like half the time they're just like, let's do this, and you're like, that's a bad move, Twitch. But I don't. Okay, let's face it. I don't think anything they do is gonna be met with kind regards. Honestly, It doesn't matter what they do, but we'll see what they choose to do in the future to try to make money off their platform, and hopefully it's not 8 minutes of ads every time you try to walk into a stream.
Ooh, yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. This is actually an interesting topic I want to talk about then. Do you think Twitch might eventually start to like cut off a portion of their streamers? Like maybe the people on the lowest form? Like everyone who's not affiliate or affiliate with a certain amount of like average viewers get cut out and they'll be removed, and now it's even harder to become affiliate or harder to become a regular streamer? Do you think they'll do that eventually?
If anything, I think metered connections or metered streaming would probably become a thing.
Ooh, meter streaming. That'd be interesting. Explain that to me.
The concept similar to like your data caps in phones and stuff. Or like your maybe some home internet for some reason has data caps and data limits. I.e., if you are say unaffiliated, they'll be like, you're limited to 12 hours a week streaming.
Oh, I see. So people who are on the lower end can only stream a certain amount, but the people who have been making money for outside Twitch will actually have unlimited, because of course they want more people to see it. While other people, they don't want to use up the bandwagon or the bandwidth, so they just will be limited to how much they can stream. That's interesting. It's messed up, but very interesting.
But like I said, exactly what I said is anything they do, even if it's something like that, if it's other things, like what Azuri Call says there, hello YouTube/Kick, everyone's gonna go somewhere else, and it's kind of like this really strange thing. But like a lot of people fail to realize, a lot of times is companies make decisions based on what's best for the company and what will make them money. There's no such thing as an altruistic company, and if you think that a company is altruistic, you need to wake up maybe just a little. There is no such thing as an altruistic company. Even nonprofit and charities have some really dark skeletons in their closet.
No, you're 100% correct. Like,
example,
Twitch is a business.
Yeah.
Example?
Something similar already with the VOD limits. Yeah, because there's the VOD limits. People don't realize that how like I think partners VODs are up for 90 days, affiliates VODs are up for 30, and I don't think non-affiliated streamers even have VODs.
Yep, I don't think so either. Or they have to publish them, so they have
or they do it, but it's like 7 days. It's very limited. You have to download it like immediately if you want to save it.
But yeah, they're going to do something. They're definitely going to do something, and I'm really curious how they're going to do it. But it is like, I don't know, because YouTube and Kick also have the pros and cons, and they're also a business, and they're going to see how well they're going to do. But I'll definitely say Twitch is an interesting position, because they are the most famous, I would say, of the platforms of the two, I would say. You can argue with me if you like. But I want to say that they probably would be the most likely to do more like severe stuff, just so that we can see the reactions of other people.
Twitch is actually YouTube's more popular as a content consumption platform.
Yes.
YouTube is the most
Yes.
popular. The problem is that YouTube does not cater so well to the live audiences at all. Like, go to youtube.com, go find a live stream. It's hard.
Yeah. It's really difficult.
It's
'Cause
hard to find a
they
live
don't
stream on
prioritize
YouTube.
that. Yeah.
You have to go to the live. You have to go to the live thing. But like on Twitch, I can just literally be like, I want to see someone playing this game. I could type the name. I could type the name of the game in. But if you type the name of the game in YouTube, it's going to feed you curated content before you see streaming. And in fact, having talked to other people who have gotten their start or had done really well for themselves on YouTube, you pretty much, to grow on YouTube as a streamer versus say like Twitch, you have to curate content prior, so people are watching your videos before you'll see any kind of return on streaming.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Like what I would definitely say that like I think Twitch is very big when it comes to the streaming market, while YouTube is very small.
Mhm.
But a lot of people are starting to get more into YouTube a little bit more because it saves the VODs permanently. So a lot of people like to stream on YouTube more for that kind of stuff, and it's getting easier to become more profitable on YouTube than it is on Twitch. But it seems like from
It
the
is.
last,
It's easier to make money on YouTube once you have enabled monetization. It's easier to become monetized on Twitch than it is to become monetized on YouTube.
very true.
However, YouTube has, with the introduction of things that to compete with other platforms like TikTok, with the introduction of shorts. The idea is, so as a content creator, and I'm guilty of this, by the way, I just need to get better at doing it. Once again, executive dysfunction is a hell of a thing. You got to be making content for other platforms. I need to be making more new content for YouTube Shorts and TikTok and be posting them. Because here's the thing. If I'm just relying on people to find me on Twitch, I'm going to have a bad time. And I'm going to look at my averages and be like, man, wish this could be better. And honestly, it could be better if I actually put forth the effort to... And sometimes it's hard to put forth that effort. Once again, executive dysfunction is kind of one of those hard things to explain to people if they don't know about it. To make videos to put out and hopefully cast a bigger net. You can only streaming only on Twitch as your primary form of content is a way of like, oh, I'm fishing with a single fishing rod, so why not cast a net?
Yeah, try and catch as
it's
many
a weird complacency
eyes.
on yeah. It's a weird complacency on YouTube streaming, but at the same time, it's just a side hustle, a side bustle for them, since they've been very good about keeping their position as the best video content service. And yeah, and the thing is, so there's a lot of things that were talked about and introduced at say they were at TwitchCon in Paris. And one of them was the idea of Twitch feeding or creating like a feed of clips that you can browse on phone, like TikTok. So think about this, Twitch just recently introduced their own tools to create vertical videos. Well, now they will have a thing that will host those vertical videos for you here in the near future. I think it's later this year they're trying to launch that. And so discoverability will go theoretically up.
Yeah. But
because they're going to introduce some manner with that system, there will be some manner of For You page. So expect tags to really matter possibly in the future.
100%. And I did hear about that kind of stuff, and which sounds really cool on the surface.
Yeah.
A lot of other content creators did actually address that when people clip certain things on your streams, they're not always that great. That's why like other platforms likes the editing part of things. So you might get a lot of random weird clips be sent to your feed. So you're right. Tags are going to be really important because that's going to be where you want to have your good clips through. And also, it's going to be a new thing that a lot of streamers are going to have to do is go through their clip catalog and make sure they remove the ones that are kind of awkward or weird. Because if you are going to be shown off to more people on Twitch, you need to make sure that your first video is the good impression of who you are and your style. And you don't want some weird, like, dead end kind of like off end clip that someone made of you long time ago.
If if so, those odd-in clips. Do you want to know what those primarily mostly are?
What?
Someone rewinding your stream to make a clip instead to see what they missed.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. They wanted to see like, oh wait, I missed that, and then you go back.
Yep. So they make a clip.
Yeah.
Or maybe they accidentally click the button, or like there's a myriad of problems. And I myself and a lot of the people I work with too, and have talked to on a regular basis, have policies that like, hey, if you make a clip, title it. Otherwise, I delete them. And like that's a pretty good policy.
It is a good policy, yeah.
Like it's in there. It's in their recurring bot timer that says, hey, if you make a clip, name it. I will. I delete clips without names. So.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I don't get a lot of clips for my streams personally, but if I ever do, I definitely think that's a good idea to try that out. Definitely.
As this is something I did when when I was first starting too. You'll have to learn how to clip yourself too.
Oh yeah, I have a button right on my stream deck that doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, but also reviewing your stream too.
No, like I always review a lot of my streams just in case, mostly because no one tells me that my voice and my sound don't always sync up, and sometimes my music is a lot louder than my voice, and sometimes the game audio is a lot louder, or I'm louder, and I need to always double check those kind of things. So yeah, you're
recommendation on that is learn how to do audio ducking.
Yep, audio ducking. I heard about it. It doesn't. I used to do audio ducking, and even on the lower settings, it just sounds unnatural sometimes. It looks very obvious. So I need to find a better way to do that, because I try audio ducking.
The other way of doing it is splitting up your audio so that you can on the fly, even if it's in a software panel, adjust what the audience hears. So I use Elgato, an Elgato XLR wavelink. And so it came with their software. So like, example, you heard, if you came during the just chatting part of my stream, you heard music, right? If you go back and watch the VOD, there's no music.
Yeah, I know you can change the like what gets heard, which is very good for you, so you don't get copyright strike. I need to learn how to do that. But all my music so far that I like to play don't get copyrighted, because I usually just play a lot of very specific video game music. Mostly Persona music, because Persona is not copyrighted, and it's great music. Yeah. Twitch auto mod sometimes prevents titles, though. I see. I didn't know.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
But yeah, no. I definitely need to mess with that kind of stuff. But yes, as others, I'm pretty sure we have some streamers in the chat that are definitely really good tips and tricks. So thank you for saying that to us, because again, just the tip, nothing more. Just the tip is enough. Just the tip. But yeah, no, I love it. You becoming the mommy snaky senpai that we always dreamed of.
I just try my best. That's all I do.
And you know what? We like it. We all appreciate it. All right, so let's go into this question. All right, this is a fun question for you.
Okay.
You are a snake Pokemon Vtuber, right? Now, there's a good amount of VTubers out there that are snakes / Pokemon, right?
There are a few snakes. There are only a couple Pokemon, what I know.
Well, what do you bring to the VTube community that helps you stand out from the rest?
That's a very interesting question. That's the thing. I don't.
Oh.
I try my best. I try to be me, unabashedly me. Because I saw what happens when I decided to try something that wasn't me. And if you saw through my designs and you said, wow, there's 1, there's 2, and then there's 3, the one that came before this one. What happens when I decide to try to be something that I'm not? That right there, written straight on the paper. And I'm like, cool, this is bad for me. I shouldn't do that. And so like, if like people who've been following me and watching my stuff for a long time would notice, they saw like when I debuted that model last year, and then they saw like suddenly in the summer Akami 1 was back, and they're probably like sitting there going, huh, why is Akami 1 back? Why is she using that? And that's because after debuting that model, over the 3 months that I was using that model, I watched my viewership drop. I lost 600 followers.
Oh,
Like,
snap.
I lost 600 followers. And I'm like, that's absurd. And so I was like, nope, I see that this is not, like, I tried to chase one thing thinking that's, something that was like a quick and easy path to success. I was like, well, that was definitely incorrect. And I'm like, all right, let's pivot. Originally, this design was supposed to just be an alternate outfit for that, but I was like, part of me when I saw the design, I was like, no, I think this needs to be its own thing. And so when that part happened, I was like, all right, guess what? It's its own thing now. And that's when I reached out to a couple of artists, and one live 2D artist, one 3D artist, and said, what's it going to take to make this work? And they gave me the quotes. I sent them money, and we had the 3D model for a while. This is more recent. This one's like, this model that you see here was June. Like, I commissioned it in June. Once again, the man who makes this model, I hope he's okay.
Worked really hard on it.
The turnaround time on that, the stuff that man does is absurd. Like, I do not expect any human being to adhere to that kind of schedule, but he does. So, like, I can't tell him, hey, go slower. I need you to take care of yourself. And he's like, oh, yeah, I took care of myself. I took a day off. I also dismantled a bunch of furniture. And I was like, whoa, okay,
Whoa.
Settle down.
Chill. Oh, my God.
And, yeah, chill. And so what helps me stand out? I guess it's just I'm unabashedly myself. I always try to spout, a lot of do as I say, not as I do. I don't want people to be uncomfortable. I don't want people to be uncomfortable. While they hang out in my streams. Will I make dumb, stupid, and lewd jokes? Absolutely. That's just me. Once again, unabashedly myself. I'm one of the few streamers who has a safe spot in my server for people in my Discord server for people to talk about serious topics. I have, I don't know what helps me stand out. Honestly, I guess it's mostly the community who would know how to answer that question, but I'm not going to ask them that question.
Well, I could ask them that
because
question.
Because for everyone, they're going to have a different answer.
I like those answers because,
there's a reason. There's a reason for everyone who thinks why they come to me and why they stick around.
Mm-hmm. And I agree.
And I think that's a very personal thing to them. And if they want to share it, they can share it. But I don't want to ask them that question.
Yeah. Well, what I was just going to ask is that why chat for the people who love our lovely Snicky over here. Why do you like to watch her? Like, what brings you to want to watch her? You probably watch other people too, but why do you like to watch her? Because I like to watch her because of how chill and comforting her streams are. Yeah, like I just checked out your only one stream so far, but like I was saying in chat, like this is a very comfy, relaxing stream watching you play a really cool game that I haven't played in a very long time. And you always like interact with chat super well, and I think that's a really good thing. And you saying that you don't have a gimmick or a thing that helps you stand out, which that alone is actually what helps you stand out. You just being you and you just enjoying who you are and your own style helps you stand out. And you know what? I think that's why everyone loves to watch you. And I can see why you have so many people who want to come to your stream all the time, because you are you. And you should always stay you, because that is the reason why people like you so much. That's why I think you're great. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Like as content creators, as ourselves, we will always find new avenues and try different things, because that's who we are. We are content creators. We want to try new things and see what sticks and what doesn't stick. So if you want to try a model and it didn't work out for you, yeah, that was a lot of people unfortunately left you because of it. But you are a content creator. You will make mistakes and you will try new things. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it doesn't. It's who we are. But the people who really would stay with you and people who actually will see you try new things and stay with you no matter what the decision you make at the end is still like a really good reason. It's really good. It's really good. And hello, Raiders. Hello, everyone. Hello. All I'm saying is that you do a good job. Keep doing a good job. Keep trying new things. Keep doing what you can because you have great people who want to watch your stuff. And they want to watch you because you are being you, not that you're trying to be someone else. And that what helps you stand out.
Yeah.
I think that's really good. Hello, small ones. Hello, the small one streams. Hello, everyone.
Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, how are you guys doing today?
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I hope you guys had a fantastic stream.
Yeah. I hope you...
I will, yeah. So, Raiders... Oh, hold on. Sorry, I don't mean to like Raiders, welcome in. My name is Akami. I am the guest over here at Trickco's Vtuber talk show stream. Hope you guys had a fantastic stream. What were they up to?
Yeah, what were you guys playing? What are you guys doing? It's great to see you guys.
Do you have a shout out command?
Yes. I need to put it in really quick. I don't have a mod with me right now, so I have to do everything. Small ones, you're awesome. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys so much for swinging by and introducing your community with us. I hope you guys enjoy your stay. We are interviewing another lovely VTuber over here, who I also will be shouting out in a second. But I don't want to jump past someone who said that the reason why they like to watch you stream, and that is she was one of the earliest streamers I watched. It was her energy that goes between chaotic fun and comfy times, and inviting presence that makes people want to stay, plus a hella entertaining. See, people really like you, and I think that's great. So keep doing you.
Looks like Small Ones was doing a just chatting stream. They're talking about making short form and long form content.
Oh, do you want to chime in on that? Want to help out with that? Because you also make a lot of short-term and long-term content too.
Yes and no. So I'm not super duper like I wouldn't say I'm an expert in short form content. I had some really good ideas right when I started making TikToks for the first time, and Lord, so I have some very stupid ones too, like welcome to Abracadabra Morgan Magic Shop, where artifacts and autopsies are our specialty.
I like that.
It's like, oh yeah, so you look. Oh no, you got the wrong number. You're looking for the crepe, the creperie and crematory that's next door. Stuff like that. Stupid jokes like that. It's like, oh wait, when you say casting couch, I thought you meant something like an occultist ottoman or a sorcerer's sofa, and so it's stuff like that.
It looks like they like your
like my other one,
though.
which was the yeah. It's when I have good ideas, I promise I don't have something to write them down all the time, and I'll just be like, I'll remember that. And then once again, ADHD is like, the hell you won't. It's like, okay, I guess.
I always recommend people bringing notepads.
And, like, it's like, is a Findom some kind of fish dominatrix? Things like that.
Whoa, that'd be interesting to see. Finished them like a month ago. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Though I did purge my TikTok of some of the older stuff, and I need to find out where I left them, so I can rehash them with new models and things like that.
Yeah, the idea is take and then rehash them with new models. That's a good idea. It's a really good idea. Side note, I get so many people wondering if my couch behind you is a casting couch, which I don't know where I bought it from, but I will say it was from a used store. So
that explains why it lit up when the UV lamp I used on it while you were gone.
Yeah, just watch where you sit. I'm still trying to clean it out.
Why is it sticky?
That was totally. It was a part of the feature of the couch. It's crunchy too.
You're not Todd Howard. That is definitely not a feature. That is definitely a bug.
Moving on with the fourth question that you guys want to go for. Are you looking forward to streaming any games later this year?
The Pokemon DLC,
don't cut
Starfield.
Don't touch my couch. I just bought it. This is
Yes.
expensive.
So the Pokemon DLC, Starfield is up there. Heck. Anything else I'm excited for? Hopefully, if the new Horizon Zero Dawn stuff comes to PC anytime soon. Uh, Elden Ring DLC. For me in games, sometimes at this point I kind of live on the seat of my pants. Or live by the seat of, or go by the seat of my pants, because like I learned from No Man's Sky that I'm never gonna actually pre-order much of anything anymore. I wait and see what it's gonna be like. The very few exceptions, of course, being Nintendo titles, because once again, Nintendo has this stuff down to a practical science, unless it's a Star Fox title.
Oh, ouch, ouch.
But it just comes down to like, hey, if I do it this way, will we, like, because it's just the thing. We've entered the era where pre-ordering a game is no longer necessary. Do you know why? Because at any point in time, I can just go onto a storefront, a digital storefront, and download it anytime I want. And someone's like, "But I like physical media." I'm like, "Do you know how useful physical media is right now? It's not. The only console that uses physical media to its actual potential is the Nintendo Switch." Because games have gotten so large that they can't actually fit on the disc that they include.
You hurt my soul when you say that, because I work
So,
at a
like,
video game store and I try to prioritize on physical
I'm
releases.
so sorry.
I'm like,
I'm so sorry.
I like physical games.
Well,
Nah.
time to pivot. Like I have actually a local game store I like to frequent. Do you know what kind of video games they sell?
Retro, right?
None.
Oh, you're talking about digital.
So
Right?
how are they a local game store? No,
Oh.
they don't sell anything digital.
Oh, wait. What kind of games are we talking about?
Games.
Yeah.
Board games, tabletop games,
Oh,
card games.
board games. Okay. Yes, yes. You know what? That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Switch supremacy, yes. All right. Well, hey, like I need to go to.
I love
Ooh, you like board games?
my local game store. Yeah.
It's good to have one. I'm going to be trying to find one when I move into my new place. But what is your favorite board game?
Agricola is a lot of fun.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. One of my favorite ones is Betrayal. One of my favorite ones is Betrayal on the House of the Hill. I love that game.
Nice. That's a really popular one. I also like Dice Wars. Dice Wars was a lot of fun. But I've thankfully avoided the basic game board bitch mentality of like everyone's like, "Oh, what's your favorite board game?" They're like, "Oh, Catan." I'm like, "Ah, fuck Catan." Catan's like the gateway drug. Catan's the gateway drug to Euro games.
Oh yeah. One of my friends got me into it, and I was like, "Oh, it's kind of cool. What else?" And then now I have so many board games in my closet. Oh my god. So bad.
I own a copy of Agricola, and it's a lot of fun because Agricola is
cool.
like, it's the 1400s. Feed your family. And you're like, wait, how do I do that? You got a farm. Oh, okay. And so it's worker placement, and it's actually tough.
I imagine.
It's actually tough.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy. The sacrificial against physical media hurts me. Yes, I know the feels. I love my DVD collection. I love my video game collection. And actually, I remember there was a there was a article that was posted up not that long ago about this company or this organization, I would say, that's trying to preserve retro gaming. And they found out that like I can't remember what the number was, but only like 26% of like old PS2 games are actually available for people to play. So like, there's a lot of people who can't even have access.
I've actually heard it's lower than that.
Yeah, something lower. I probably got the name wrong, but like that makes me want to buy as many physical copies of my retro games as possible, so that I just have that collection.
Yeah.
So that they will never go away. Because the one problem about digital games is that, as we see with like what happened to the 3DS and like old school other games, is that as time goes on, they will delete and turn off some of the online storages for them, and you can't really get those very well unless you emulate and steal the ROMs. But that's a different story.
Yes, unless you sail the 7 seas.
Yes, the 7 Cs. That's where you guys will get them. But I still like just having that the like the physical games because of that, and having the wall of the physical games always makes me feel nice when people come over and be like, "Oh, you have that game? I remember playing that game." It's so cool, but they're expensive. Very
I feel
expensive.
like maybe my opinion might have changed if I lived in a room that was regular shaped.
You know what? Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm in a box.
I can't have giant bookcases. I live in the
What?
room above a garage, therefore my
Oh.
ceilings slope inward, and
Ah.
so like I would say it's about 3 feet until the ceiling starts sloping, and so yeah, so everyone's like, "Oh, you just get a giant, just get a tall bookcase." I'm like, "Sure,"
We
because
need a.
on one tall wall I have a door, and on the other tall wall there's the window. That's it.
Hmm.
So I can't put them there.
Sounds like when I was in my studio apartment once. Well, we need to bring the snakes out of the attic, guys. Guys, we need to sign a petition. Hashtag this: bring snakes out of the attic, so that you can get actual room. One day, one day, one day.
One
I
day,
love.
I'm
I
looking for a
love.
job. I
One
am
day,
looking for a job.
one day you'll get to it. You'll get to it. I know jobs are hard to get
Yeah.
nowadays. Love having digital copies, but
Right.
definitely still a big fan of physical. Just the preservation is sake. Yeah, as a collector in me.
I
Yes.
feel like there are some physical like so there's merit to physical copies, and what I mean when I say physical, like when I say like I'm mostly talking like new systems. To me, buying a game on a PS5 on a disc is pointless because a dual layer Blu-ray holds 50 gigabytes. You're gonna tell me that game is on that whole game is on the disc?
No, you're 100% correct. Most of the game downloads, especially newer game downloads, come from the internet. I just live in a town where internet is not the best, so they need that physical games to play their games because they can't run
Yeah.
100% off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I can see that.
Unfortunately, you are 100% right, and it hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. We are going away
I'm
from
so
the
sorry.
physical. I know it's okay. It's just we're going away from the physical and going to the digital world, and I will continue to keep my steel books, games that I don't own anymore because I got a free copy of digital. I'll still keep my steel books. Still, no matter what.
There you go.
But but it looks like Undying want to ask you another question. So let's spin to get that
All
question for
right,
you.
let's see what that wheel says.
What does the wheel say? What does the wheel do? What does the wheel do?
What the wheel doing?
What the wheel doing? What the wheel doing? All right. What do you do for your free time? Do you do anything for your free time that besides being a VTuber anime girl snake?
I sleep.
Sleep, just sleep. That's what I do for fun.
Sometimes I'll
sleep.
play a game for my. Sometimes I play a game for myself, or I'll watch a show. Like I just realized today's Sunday, right? I have
It
not
is.
watched the latest episode of Strange New Worlds, so I got that to
Oh.
look forward to tonight.
Nice. I'm watching.
Yeah. So
I'm watching the new anime Zob 101, which is a zombie apocalypse.
Mhm.
But the guy was a salary worker, and he was like, "This
Uh-huh.
zombie apocalypse is 10 times better than my salary job, so I'm actually happy." It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
oh lord.
Same.
Fun fact: I may be an anime girl, but I don't watch a lot of anime.
What? You also are the complete
Yeah.
biggest weeb. You're the queen of weebs. You don't watch anime? What? Nah, I'm
No.
joking. You just love Japan, Japanese
I watch
culture.
I watch Tokusatsu.
That's actually pretty cool. You watch like soap opera, like Japanese soap operas every now and then. The gasp.
No, I watch Tokusatsu.
Oh, what's that?
When you were growing up, what was the Power Rangers that you saw?
I actually just had a Common Rider VTuber on my show last week, so I'm learning about these people because I watched Power Rangers when I was a kid, growing up, but I didn't know they
So
were
did I.
pretty much inspiration of Kamen Rider stuff. So I thought it was crazy.
Incorrect.
What?
They're not inspired by Kamen Rider.
What? But the Kamen Rider tool.
So,
What? My mind's blown. My mind's
remember
blown.
I said I'm queen of the weed. I'm queen of the weeds here.
Okay,
The
let's hear it.
man, the mangaka known as Shotaro Ishinomori, created a couple of shows. But let me frame Shotaro Ishinomori for you.
Okay.
Do you know the manga / anime Cyborg 009? Do you know of it?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so he's a mangaka. He's famous for the anime and manga Cyborg 009. And he created Kamen Rider in the 70s, like early 70s. And he also created, in the late 70s, Super Sentai. Granted, at the time it wasn't called Super Sentai, but Himitsu Sentai Gorenja was aired first in 1977, and then there's been one every year since. Now, let's get to... I'm gonna peg that you watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, yes?
Yes.
Alright. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was brought to the United States by Haim Saban in 1993. It is the American adaptation of the footage of Japan's 1992 Kyoryu Sentai Jirenja.
Ninja.
So they use the... No, there's no ninja. It's just Jurenja. Then, like Ranger. Like, okay. Remember, I took a bunch of Japanese. I cannot say Ranger. No. Jurenja. And so, if you've ever watched an episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, especially the older Power Ranger stuff, and been like, wow, the fighting sequences look a lot different, to compare to the other scenes, it's because Super Sentai is filmed on film at the time, and Saban was filming all of the American segments on VHS, and so that's why the quality looks drastically different. But yeah, no, it is a different Japanese television show that ran parallel with Kamen Rider until Kamen Rider took a hiatus in the late Showa era, and only to come back during the mid-Heisei era in the 2000s.
Wow, that's actually interesting. That's so cool. I like learning
if anything,
about
Power
this
Rangers
thing.
were inspired by Sentai seasons, inspired by Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man, Emissary from Hell.
Spider-Man. Go Lepon. Lepon. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something. I could be completely wrong on this, but I heard that a American producer, I think, was visiting Japan and was watching Sentai or Kamen Rider or whatever it was. He was watching pretty much one of those Power Rangers kind of shows, and I thought, wow, you know what? The West might actually really like this. So they pretty much took the idea, took videos of their fighting scenes of them in the suits, but then put live the kids of the Western culture next to it. So they were not doing any of the actions. They just took actual screenshots and videos of the actual stuff going on in Japan and then just added to it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Correct.
It's crazy to think about. That
man was Haim Saban, though he did have to ask Toei for permission.
Makes sense. That would be pretty bad if he just stole it.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, he didn't steal it. He did do it all the legal way.
That's good.
Because if he didn't do it the legal way, that means once he started trying to distribute it internationally, Toei would have been like, "Whoa, what the fuck, man? What you doing over there? That's our stuff."
Oh wow, that's so cool. That's really cool. Man, you and the VTuber who was the Kamen Rider inspiration last week, you guys should interact with each other because you guys both could weeb each other out. I would love to see the weeb wars between you guys. Be good.
Oh god.
Weeb fight. We gotta have a weeb fight. That's my next show, Weeb Wars, where we will have different VTubers fight off and see who's the most weebiest. That's a good idea. I'm gonna write that down. So the man didn't show up in the Spider-Verse. I see. You watched the Mighty Morphin. You might remember the crossover episode with 102 of the very short-lived American Kamen Rider adaptations, Kamen Rider Black. Oh. Maybe.
Yeah, specifically Black RX, which is a different series.
Interesting. If you guys want to see that, the Weeb Wars, let me know. Maybe we'll
looks like there's another question wheel spin.
Oh yeah, yes. Undying wants to ask you all the questions. I wonder if he's trying to ask you something very specific. He wants to know something very
Let's see.
specific. All right, this is the most controversial.
Usagi, what are your pronouns?
Yeah, what's your pronouns? But this is the most controversial question of the night. Favorite pizza toppings?
Chicken and bacon, and I get a cup of ranch to dip it in.
Good. I like it. I could eat that. That's good.
It's just chicken, bacon, ranch pizza.
It sounds great to me. I like bacon, I like chicken, and I like ranch.
Yeah.
So on a pizza, sounds perfect. Not everything can fit on a pizza, but that definitely can. Dragon Knights.
And then if I want something a little different, my Hawaiian order is
Hawaiian?
Chicken, bacon, pineapple, or chicken, ham, pineapple.
You like pineapple on your pizza?
Yeah, it's good.
I know. I might have to release my Pokemon catch now. I know. I didn't know you like Pokemon.
Have you tried it?
Yes, I have. I actually got. I actually did a subathon where I ordered a pineapple pizza. And it was disgusting. I hated it. And my first time I ever had pineapple on pizza, it was juicy because I actually literally saw the person unopen a can of pineapple and jumped it on there, and it was so gross and so soggy from the pineapple juice, and I had to eat it, and it was disgusting. Because I live in America. America does this.
I live in America too. Remember, Hawaiian pizza's Canadian.
True.
So, but
true.
Where you need to go? You might not have one near you.
No.
If you can never find one, go to a Mod Pizza.
Mod Pizza.
And ask them to do the small one. Yeah, Mod Pizza. Think of it like Subway, but pizza, and they use a brick oven.
Maybe I'll try that.
So like it's not like So what it is you need it cooked properly, like your Domino's Pizza Hut style stuff, where they're using the conveyor oven. That's not gonna desiccate the pineapple properly.
Oh yeah, no,
what
it's so soggy.
It's still. Yeah, pineapple when cooked correctly with the pizza is one of the most beautiful things because it does something really cool, and that it mixes with the tomato sauce and creates something new. So it's almost like a really sweet, tangy sauce, and it actually works. I reckon that people who are like, oh, pineapple on pizza is disgusting, and if you say, have you tried it, and they go, well, yeah, it was disgusting, probably haven't had it correctly. I've learned that a lot in my time with food. With food is like, whenever I'm like, I can't stand that. Example, asparagus. I used to hate asparagus. And then one time it came on a dish at I wouldn't say it was a fancy restaurant, but it was a nice restaurant. And I ate it and I'm like, this is good. And that's because my parents, when they would cook asparagus, would fill a glass baking dish with water, put the asparagus in it, put saran wrap on it, a couple holes in it, and microwave it.
That sounds
disgusting. That was asparagus.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so you get to see this stuff swimming in smelly piss water, and like when that's your introduction to a food, you're not going to want to eat it. And guess what? It sounds like what happened to you with pineapple on pizza. If it's not cooked correctly, like pineapple can't come straight through from the can and go on the pizza. It's got to dry first. You got to like pat it down. It cannot be wet.
No, you're 100% correct. Like I've had, like, when I tell you this is the most controversial question I've ever asked on my show, it is because of all the 2 to 3 years of me doing this show, I've always asked this question, and it seems like it's always divided. I always get a lot of people in America who hate pineapple on pizza because of the same story they had, but everyone who's outside of the United States, which I interview a lot of people out from outside the United States, they love pineapple on pizza. And I've showed them pictures, and they said, wow, that's a lot of pineapple, and why is it so big and chunky? Usually it's more shriveled up, because it's more cooked. And so one day I will travel away from the United States of the Americas and try this beloved delicacy of a pizza that's cooked well with pineapple. One day.
Or what you could do is make it yourself.
But I only have an oven. I don't have any cool oven tricks. I don't know. It sounds
all you need is a pizza stone and a pizza steel. My recommendation:
Oh,
Watch binging with Babish.
send me the link and I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. That might be.
Yeah,
I
literally,
might do a
if you ever
cooking
want to
stream.
know how to cook anything, anytime I ever want to learn how like to cook something, I will always search name of thing I want to cook and Babish and look for the basics episode because
Mm.
he is like a short form, like 10 to 15 minute how I cook this, and it's extraordinarily informative.
Hmm.
I
I
love
might
it.
try that. I've always wanted to do a cooking stream once. Just
Mhm.
because I love cooking. I love cooking. I love cooking. It's one of my biggest hobbies I like to do. Very expensive though. Very expensive. But I might try that. I
Yeah,
try that. And then if I do a cooking stream for pizza, you also have to do a cooking stream for pizza too. And we'll see which pizza turns out
I can't.
best. But you can do
I
hands.
sadly
You can
can't
do
do
hands.
cooking streams where I can't do cooking
Ah,
streams where I live.
makes sense. Makes sense. Well, one day, when the
This is not
steak
a
comes out
yeah
of the
this
attic.
yeah this is not a supportive household. Therefore, I can't set up a
Mm.
stream in the kitchen.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, when you make it
Yeah.
big one day, and you be able to have the snakes come out of the attic, we want a pizza live stream one day. One day, yes. Undying knows. Undying knows.
One day.
Well, Scribbler. I must ask you another question.
Okay.
Okay. And do you have unknown talent that not many people know about?
Um.
Hmm. I love that little like pout like look you have. Like
Thinking. I don't know. Most of it come. I don't know if it's a talent, but I have a penchant for troubleshooting.
Hmm.
I had to do it constantly at my original job I had when I first started VTubing. Because I worked for 11 years as a dental laboratory technician in the CAD CAM department, and sometimes our software would do funny things. And I remember one time someone was trying to learn, and they were doing really well on their own. And they're like, and I heard them go, "Oh, damn it!" I'm like, "Well, what's wrong?" He goes, "This error popped up, and I have to restart over." I said, "Oh, no, do this, and do this." It's like a weird step like a weird process they had to do. I said, "Just do that, click there, then go back to what you were doing, and it'll be fine." And boom, it worked. He goes, "How the hell do you know that?" I said,
Yeah.
I figured it out one day, like clicking around, and I said, or it's like some of it was like just observation, where I'm like, well, because I remember one time I was watching it do things, and I hit back, out of frustration. I watched it just reload the entire design, and you can just go forward from there. And so it was just they were just like, wait, how on earth did you figure that out? I'm like, I don't know.
Anger.
And it's
Anger
just like
did
a lot
it.
of like no, there's no anger. It's just I happened to stumble on the one thing that would make it work. And he was like just astounded that I, found the sequence of things you had to do to make every case work from then on out. So anytime someone got that error that came up in their casework, I was just like, oh, just click, click, click. You're good to go. And they're like, wow, you saved me 3 hours of work. I'm like, I'm good. Cool,
Cool.
neat.
Neat. I like to hear that. That's good. So you just figure out things that help solve problems. I think that's a good talent. A useful talent.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had a talent like that. Most of my things is like, have you tried unplugging and plugging back in? And that's usually my solution for everything.
Yeah.
I'm glad, Ruthie, you did a driving test and you did not hit any people. Good job. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, 0 points. Wow.
No, zero people. You hit 0 people.
Yeah, that's what I said. 0 points.
What? You don't want to tell people to hit people with cars? It's not good. I know you're a Pokemon and you battle people, but no hitting people with cars. No, bad Snaky. No hitting people with cars. Okay.
Oh,
You can
Jerry,
hit some
octogenarian, triple points.
The triple points, go! Wow.
Yeah. Oh no, an octogenarian, triple points.
Oh, I've yelled at stuff like that before.
Bikes give extra.
Alright, so can you read this question that I'm dying wanted to ask you? Dragon these nuts!
Dot.
Oh!
Wow.
I got her! Wow! Did it! Haha. I had to, I'm sorry. It's on this question wheel, you know, like it's one of those questions I have to do. You know. Don't leave. Don't go. I'm just.
I will end you one day.
Oh no.
One day.
Not today though, right?
I will. Yeah, I will be there. No. It will be at your when you're at your most vulnerable.
Oh.
When you think you're safe.
Uh.
Which oh shit! I hit the wrong button.
We're very big now. Demise
yeah,
though, but
sorry. No, which is, by the way, when you're
really
trying to poop on the toilet.
I will remove my glasses because I cannot see. But when I poop on toilet, oh, that's the worst time to get attacked by snakes. Well, at least I'm not in Florida though. So I'm usually.
It's the worst time to get attacked by anything. No one is ever prepared for that.
How dare you, Aki?
It is time.
I cannot see. This is actually the worst time being attacked because I cannot see now. I cannot see. I've been forced to remove my glasses, and it's during the worst time too because I'm being threatened by a very sexy tail of a snake. I have to watch out, and also she's gonna attack me when I'm pooping, which is also very scary. It's like the worst. I can't see, and I'm in a predicament that I can't see. Oh my god. No.
Yes. Or I just ruined something. Do you know what causes you have to replace the toilet, right?
Well, I'm in my brother's house, so it's my brother's toilet, so it's not the worst.
Fair. Just do not perform an upper decker.
Upper decker. That sounds scary. I don't know if I'll do that.
You sweet summer child do not know what an upper decker is.
I don't.
I'm so sorry.
I will be. I'm learning. I'm going to own a house soon.
Stay innocent. Stay innocent.
But I might need
actually
to
no.
know
If
this.
you hold any kind of housewarming parties, where alcohol may be involved, you may need to know what an upper decker is.
Upper decker. Okay.
An upper decker is where you take the lid off the tank, and you take a shit in it.
Why would you? No, don't do that. That's terrible. Why would you do that? Why?
That's what I said.
No.
It ruins the toilet. It requires a replacement of the toilet.
Who would do that? Who would do that? Why is that a thing? Why is there a name for it? Why? No. What? What? No. That's a thing. That's totally a thing. It must be a thing. Why would someone do that?
It's a thing.
Why is there a name for it?
A thing.
Why? No. No, don't do that. Whoever does that, shame on you. Yeah, don't. Now you have to read chat because I can't see chat. I have to leave my glasses off a little bit.
Someone's like, you. Jam.
Me?
Jam. I was just talking about striking someone when they're most vulnerable. It's either while they're pooping or you just ruin things. So that's how I mentioned the upper decker.
Oh no! I don't like knowing that I know this now. I don't like it. This is a thing I don't want to have in my life. I don't want to know.
Look. If frickin' Family Guy had to introduce me to Urban Dictionary at some point in my life, it's got to do that for you too.
How dare! How dare! You're teaching me everything, my senpai, but you're teaching me more than I need to know. No.
I will never forgive Family Guy for using the term Cleveland steamer.
Oh no, I don't want to know that. Don't tell me that one. No. That sounds terrible.
Oh no, you can look that one up on your own. I will not even repeat the words on that one.
Good on that. I'm glad I don't have to do that. All right, let me see.
So why have you? It costs you exactly $3.99 not to say these things. I understand that.
Oh,
but
yes.
You know what? Life sucks like a bucket of ticks. So I'm taking you down with me.
No! I'm learning so much. The cursed knowledge. No. I'm going to choose to forget. I will forget eventually. One day I'll forget. And then out of nowhere, I'll see a Pokemon slithering around. And I'm like, upper decker. Darn it. Now I remember again.
Actually, you're gonna see a new card game being introduced by a very famous company called Upper Deck, and then you're gonna remember it.
No, I don't want to hear it. No, you poisoned my mind. You poisoned me. Joke's on you. I'm forgetful. True. Escape. I did not know that.
Dragon. No, don't. Nah, not that copy pasta. Hell
no. Did you know about Oh no! I know about the Vaporeon. We all know about the Vaporeon. Bro, doesn't Upper Decker
Does
even
Upper Deck
exist?
even exist after Konami? Yeah, oh, they ever blew it. Yes, they still do. They're actually suing Ravensburger / Disney right now.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I don't know with I don't know with what money. So the lawsuit alleges it is about the Lorcana card game that Ravensburger is making in combination with Disney, and one of Upper Deck's original game designers went to Ravensburger and they're like, this game's identical to the game that we didn't release and are never going to release, but we still hold all the stuff to. I'm like, stop. Do you know how much money Disney's got in this? There's some fights you just do not choose to pick. Just don't.
Yeah. Yeah,
you ever seen that? You ever seen like the videos where like someone is attempting to like go fight and you see their friend like put their arm in front of like no.
Just no.
No,
Stop.
don't.
Stop. Stop.
Don't. It's not worth it.
Oh, can you read this last one? I can't see. It's a big one. Wait, what is it? What is it? I can't see it. What does it say?
Oh, it's hey guys, did you know that in terms of human companionship, Flareon is objectively the most huggable Pokemon?
No!
While their maximum temperature is likely too much for most, they are capable of controlling it, so they can set themselves to the perfect temperature for you. Along with that, they have a lot of fluff, making them undeniably incredibly soft to touch.
Right, I thought it was a lot worse than it really was.
No, it's about Flareon. That's literally like the antithesis of the Vaporeon meme.
Okay. Yeah, I thought they was gonna give me the Vaporeon. It's like I don't need to know about Rule 34 of Vaporeons.
No, I would not read that one, honestly. I think that's I don't know what someone was thinking on that one.
Someone had a very interesting imagination. Let's say that. I'm gonna hug them.
Quite.
That's so cool. Who made me take off my glasses? It was Aki though. It was the evil Aki. How dare you, Aki, do that to me? How dare? How dare? Alright, but there was a spin, so let's do another spin for you. Let's do another spin. Because we loved the last spin, right? The last spin was great. So great. When did you put them on? I just put them on now. Well, if you could have been a different kind of VTuber, instead of the one you are right now, what kind of VTuber would you be?
Maybe some kind of bug, like a moth. Moths are sexy.
Moths are sexy. Have you seen some of the moth VTubers out there? Fucking dang.
Someone don't want to like a soft big titty moth mommy. Dude. Like seriously.
Yeah, it's furry and boober. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She can hug you with all 6 arms. Not 6 arms. 4 arms. Gotta have arms.
Yeah.
Gotta have thighs. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have thighs. I'm more of a boober person myself, but them thighs though. Chef's kiss. I'll be a fairy.
Get you a girl who do both.
Yeah, true. 4chan is the path that removes the limiter, preventing the intrusive thoughts from escaping your cranium. You're not wrong, Dragon. You're not wrong.
Yeah, because let me stand up on your couch.
Get off my couch. Thighs. Oh yeah, you definitely have them thighs. But get off my couch.
Look,
like, you know how expensive those things are.
I'm not making it any dirtier than it already was.
You're not wrong.
I'm not making it any dirtier than it already was.
But I can't afford another couch. Okay, fine. We did need to see the thighs. So I will say that's worth. This is worth. But don't jump on the couch. No, don't. I can't afford another couch. Do you know how expensive this office is? It's so expensive. It costs me so much money. And you only see the good part. If like you look past this, you see like a hole in the wall where there's supposed to be a door. There's no doors. There's a hole in the wall. Oh. And I sleep here. Because I don't have enough money to afford a rent. Yeah.
A hole in the wall?
Yeah.
Glorious.
Yes. Wait. Not that kind of hole. No. It's a big hole. It's a big hole for you guys to fit through. And it keeps keeping bigger because I keep on inviting bigger VTubers coming on my show. Some of them are so big. It's like freaking I have the let's say it's a miracle that I got them in my studio. Very, very big. I will say you're definitely one of the bigger ones, but I think there's a difference between bigness and thickness.
Canonically, my height is 5'6".
Oh, you're short. You're small. You're small snaky. You're small snaky.
Yeah. Like I was like, oh, snake lady must be huge. I'm like, no.
No.
I'm 5'6" when I'm standing.
You're what we call fun size. Fun size.
Oh lord.
The stiffness of the hardened adhesion helps it withstand extra weight. Oh. Is that what you have?
The missile always knows where it's going because it knows where it isn't.
True. Skill issue because I'm going to jump on it. No jumping on my couch. No more jumping on couches.
Wow.
That couch has already been
Did
through
you know
a lot.
that? I think. Did you know I have a theory right now that there must have been some kind of degenerate working at the Hostess cake factory?
Oh, how?
Look at the names of the cakes. Twinkie, Ho Ho, Ding Dong, Snowball, Cream Pie. Come on.
You know what? You're not wrong. I wonder. Huh. I never ate those before, but I don't want to eat them anymore. I don't know if I want to eat any more of those. That doesn't sound very good. This sound like something I want to eat now. You know what? Eating a ding dong definitely sounds a lot worse than saying it out loud. Wow.
Yes. Can you fit the whole ding dong in your mouth?
Well, actually, wait. Nope. Let's move on to the next question, shall we? Yeah. Next question. Because we're doing interview, right? Interviews.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I'll eat it. Ruthie, you would eat it. I learned recently that you can't call people Twinkies anymore. I wonder why.
Don't worry about it.
So here's a nice little treat. Not that kind of treat, the ones we were just talking about. Different kind of treat for the fans out there. Mm-hmm. A nice little Easter egg, a little bit in the behind the scenes. Is there any games you want to play with your fans that you would like to try? Don't Google it.
Gosh, I don't know. Actually, the issue with playing games with fans, honestly, is some of the games that are set up as party games, I actually struggle to want to or play them. Like Jackbox, I can't do it. Everyone's like, oh, you want to play Jackbox? Even if I'm not the person hosting it, hey, do you want to play Jackbox? My brain's literally no, because I can't do it. My ADHD just won't let me sit through multiple games of this stuff. It just I'll get sleepy real fast. Working with someone on, so I originally was making a Pixelmon server, but then school got in the way. Super hard because my last semester was 19 credit hours.
Ouch.
But of course, over time, it's become less of a Pixelmon idea because there's a new Minecraft mod out there that exists that's better than Pixelmon, in my opinion. So possibly either survival multiplayer Cobblemon or just regular survival multiplayer with mods Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll see it coming back. We'll see one day. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Googled it, and I was too late. Cool, awesome. Well, let's get into the one thing that a lot of people who's been looking forward to this entire time, and that is let's get into your body. I mean your model. Let's talk about your design of your model. You had that music going on.
What thoughts went into the design of the model? Okay, so when I worked with actually a non-VTuber artist. I just worked with an artist because funny thing is you tend to find more artists with their commissions open if they don't work exclusively with VTubers. And I said, hey, I want to make a design. So I said I want it to be based off of the Pokemon, but I was thinking what elements went into the design. I literally only sent her 4 pictures. I sent her a picture of Seviper. I sent her a picture of the side braid style hairstyle that you've seen on my 3D model, and you kind of see it here. This model looks a little different. It's more just combed back because sometimes you got to let the braids out. And I sent her 2 pieces of Japanese street/tech wear. And this is what she came up with for the most part.
That looks cool. I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
What I like most about it is that you can definitely tell you're your own thing, but you have an inspiration of another very popular thing.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say very popular. It's more of like, yeah, is it Pokemon? Absolutely. Is it a super popular Pokemon? No, but people know it.
Mm-hmm.
They
That
go,
is true.
they go, oh, that's every time they say, look, I get people coming to my stream, and they'll be like, is that Viper? And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
good on you, you caught it.
You know what I want to see? You don't have to do this, but I just thought of an idea. What if you had some kind of redeem that's chat would throw a Pokeball at you and see if it catches you?
Still working on that one, actually. So you can't catch me. I'm my own entity.
Mm-hmm. I tried, didn't work out.
In the Pokemon table, yeah. In the Pokemon tabletop RPG rules that I have, humans can know Pokemon moves. Therefore, I'm more human in that aspect than I am Pokemon, because I can know more than 4 moves. The first 4 moves on my move list are currently Attract, Harden, Double Team, and Gunk Shot.
Why of those are the first moves you know?
Well, you want to know the other ones?
There's more?
Yeah, you can know more than you can know more than 4 moves as a human.
But you know more than those specific ones?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Gunk Shot? I don't want to know.
It's a poison move.
I'm more scared now that it's a poison move than just a regular move. But go on. Tell me what else you.
Oh, you want like, but what you want the other, like, the next 2 moves? Is that what you want?
Yeah, please don't say swallow. Yeah, what is these moves you speak of?
Yeah, it's spit up and swallow.
Oh my god, of course. Why did I even have to ask? You're right. We really need to ask.
You want the next 2 moves? You want the next 2 moves?
Sure. We're already in the thick of things. What's her ability?
Water sport and mud sport.
You know what? Mud sport, actually. Nah, I'm joking. Well, actually. I love how A1's like, oh, you could.
Funnily enough, we were actually talking about the suggestive Pokemon move names yesterday on stream. Like, it was just like expanding force, mud shot, seed bomb, egg bomb, milk drink. There's so many. Wood hammer, rock polish. Like, does it?
Wow.
Like, if we take it out of context, you're like, pound. Slam.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a lot. Oh my god. No wonder a lot of people like to ship Pokemon with humans. Oh my god. There's so many. Pokemon Company, stop naming these things. Stop it. You're already making things worse.
No, you're looking at the Pokemon Company International. Remember, moves have different names in Japanese.
Oh yeah, true. Then
yeah.
America, get better. The Harkness test goes burr. Alright, so we actually have an ad coming up pretty soon. So I'm going to hold off on a spin until the ad goes away. Actually, the ad is already in process. So after this ad ends, we'll do the spin. Yeah. It sounds like you know all the best moves.
Yes, exactly.
No, A1, no. Don't worry.
Yes, I know all the best moves to cause my opponents to submit.
Yeah. Why would you want them to submit, though? What other moves are you going to do after they submit? After they faint?
No, nothing. I just want them to submit. Wait, you assume submitting means fainting? Wow.
Well,
how very basic of you.
Basic. Well, how else would they do when they submit? I have always been a top, so I never knew about this word submitting before.
I see. I see.
Welcome back. Before because I sense danger, I feel like my life is in danger right now, so I'm just gonna spin this wheel. People who missed out because we had ad break, just know that I felt like my life was in jeopardy. Just saying. Just saying.
No, this is more like Wheel of Fortune right now.
Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Cat person.
Nice. Cats. I like cats. Cats are great.
Hands down. And the reason why is because dogs are extremely emotionally needy, and I am not that kind of person. I can't. I'm very weird when it comes to physical touch, and dogs being constantly like, I want pets, I want jump on you. I'm like, please don't, please. But cats, on the other hand, are very much, very much the same like as me. It's like, if I want attention, I will come to you for it, and it's usually very little. So they're very low maintenance when it comes to the emotional needs. My mom has a cat, and I adore that cat, but it's not my cat.
I like cats too. I like cats because of that reason. My brother has a dog, and he's always all over me, and I don't like it. Dogs are cool, but
same.
At home, when I'm relaxing, I don't need to keep on walking outside to throw a ball for him each and every time.
Also, when I pet the cat, my hands don't stink afterwards.
I'm allergic to cats, so I can't really pet my cat too much. I pet him with my feet. He likes that for some reason.
Yeah, but it's more that dogs have a smell. They have an odor that lingers on your hands after you pet them. It smells like dog.
You're right.
You're like, oh, dog smell.
Ugh, dog smell.
I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. When have you been wrong? Like, seriously. Hey.
When have I been wronged? Plenty of times in my life. Oh. And I've sworn vengeance every time.
Oh, all the vengeance. Well, you think that blade on her tail is normally red? No. That's not a Pokemon reference. It's not. That redness came after I've been wronged. Is that how that works? That's your lore?
Yes. Something like that. No, my lore is actually extremely complicated.
Well, we're going to be getting into it later in the interview, so we'll definitely go to that.
Okay.
But yeah, no. I love how the people who actually subbed to me and missed out and actually were able to see what we were talking about. It's funny. I love it. I am trying to be careful with the tail. Luckily, it hasn't gotten too close to me. It's been kind of far away, but I am trying to be as careful with the tail as possible because that thing's like aiming straight towards my eyes and it's scary. I hear that there's a super rare shiny. There is a super shiny rare. Unfortunately, there's also something called a chroma key that's making it really hard for the shiny to come out. It increases the odds.
There's green elements. There's green elements in my design, so therefore we can't really use it. Otherwise, I look like this.
Yep. It looks cool though. Like, don't get me wrong. It looks really cool. It looks really awkward, but it does look really cool.
I look like I don't feel so good, Mr. Tricko.
No, don't go. Oh, now she's gone. Guys, she's gone now. She's gone. What do I do now? Now I'm all alone. I don't know who to talk to. See, this is what happens when you're trying to bring a shiny Pokemon into reality. Oh, she's back. Very cool. I was worried. Whew.
Yeah, okay. Everything's good. We're good.
Very good. Whew, man. Okay, no more asking for shiny Pokemon. Well, what did you see?
I saw a little boy growing up playing catch with his dad, and then he looked at his dad and says, "I want to play video games and run a video game store when I grow up." And I think it was your childhood.
My childhood? You saw my childhood?
Snake? Yeah. Did you remember Snake sitting near the tree with the swing set?
Yeah, I was told it had like big boobas for some reason. I was confused. My dad told me not to go near it, and I didn't. I was really curious ever since that day.
Good, because that could have caused some really wild paradoxes.
It was very weird. But that's also whatever happened to the fact that I started liking anime girls with big boobs. All stem from that. It was you! You're the one! I'm joking. You started off. You started me.
Yes, the something paradox. I forgot what it's called. Precognitive paradox, something like that. Where it's like you have to like, oh, the reason why this exists is because you have to.
It was the time, like going back that if you went back in time,
predestination paradox. That's what it's called.
Yeah, like no matter what you did, it was already like done because it was time. So like if you went back in the time to like steal a hat, like that was already even though you decided to do that yourself without any kind of like alteration, you technically were part of the time.
yeah, one of the biggest examples of that in media that I can think of is when Fry went back in time and became his own grandpa.
Yep. So you are your own
Because
grandpa.
he wouldn't exist if he wouldn't exist if he didn't do that.
That's so weird to think that you'll be your own grandpa. That'd be so weird.
Which means it was actually preordained that Fry would find himself in the 30th century, 31st century.
That's so crazy
In the year
when you think about
3000.
time.
Otherwise,
like
that would have never happened.
Time's weird.
Remember-
Time's weird.
Remember, Futurama hired actual scientists to make sure some of the stuff they do works on at least a logistic level.
I actually didn't know that. That's actually really cool.
Mhm.
Alright, going back to your model, what else can you do?
Yeah.
Is you were able to pretty much disappear and turn shiny. What else can you do?
It's mostly just a lot of facial expressions and then moving around on the screen. This model doesn't have like the bells and whistles that the other model is going to have. It mostly comes down to affordability.
Makes
What'd
sense.
you say?
No, it makes sense. I was reading chat. We're living in the past, present, and the future. Sold this. But yeah, I like the facial animations you have, even though it was kind of creeping me out when you had the yandere eyes for a second. Totally was.
Yeah,
not my
it's mostly
stink.
like I have blush. I have like under eye bags. Crying. Like my brows can change shape, so they're like a little more worried, and yeah.
Nice. I like it.
So most it's just like slight fine tuning, but so this model is equipped with what's called VBridger. So it has essentially the ability to use an iPhone to feed the facial data to the model itself for mouth forming.
I like it. That's how you're able to do that, like the side smirk, like Yeah, I like that. I like the side smirk. Side smirk is good. It's good. All right, cool. Well, this is one of my favorite questions to ask. I love asking this question, and that is, what is your favorite part about your own design? It could be something very small.
I like my scales.
The scales that's on your shoulders and your thighs.
Yes, they're on my back too, technically, as well as my face. Yeah, that's actually been a design element that's been on Akami since Akami 1.
Ooh, so this has been passed down from generations of Akamis.
Yes.
That's cool. That's cool. I like it. Hey, chat, what is your favorite part of her design? And don't say personality, because we all know that's true. What's your favorite part about her design? While chat comes up with all the non-ludus of reasons why they love your design, what is there a snake form, like a full-on snake?
Originally there was. It was a Lamia form for Akami 1 only. Lamia form hasn't been back since, until maybe here in the future. We'll see.
One day, guys, maybe we'll see that. She likes the blade. The blade looks really nice, and from this distance, it looks very sharp. So don't get her angry, because I'm the first line of defense. The first line of defense. Now, I want to know. A lot of people like your tail. Your tail is very nice. Dim tails, though. Dim tails.
I have long considered. I'm like, what if I commission a plushie that's like 5 foot long, like almost like body pillow? That's just the disembodied tail. It has like but like I think Nintendo would be like, oh, you can't do that because now that's our territory.
That's our tail.
Like,
that's our tail.
You're not wrong. So.
Oh yeah, I love the nostalgic music of Dakamdumpa. But I like the tail. The tail's damn good. But it looks like iDying wants to ask you more questions. So let's do it. More spins.
Oh wow.
Go rewatch everything right now. Do it. All right. So here's a fun one for you guys. Do you have an embarrassing story?
I'm gonna make it really short.
All right.
The morning of my high school graduation, I was getting ready in the bathroom, and I shit my pants.
Oh no! Yeah, at least you were at home still,
That's
right?
where I'll leave it.
Oh.
Correct.
At least you were able to change.
However, I hate I hate the embarrassing parts of having to clean that shit up. So no pun intended.
No pun intended. You know what? I understand that would be very difficult. Very difficult, definitely. I want to give you a hug. Aw, well, just watch out for the tail because it's toxic. Tail is very toxic. Cool. All right.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, great.
Nice, you know, it's
that's
just
good.
that
That's good.
irony of it all. Yeah. Oh, good.
The perfect, just what I needed right now. Perfect timing. Couldn't be any other day. Well, okay. Well, how about you tell us a little bit about your backstory? Maybe some lore.
Lore. All right. So, do you just get into the lore? Do you understand the concept of what's an extraterrestrial? You know what an extraterrestrial is?
Like an alien?
Yes, and something of this terrestrial, this terra, like this world, extraterrestrial. Do you know what an ultra terrestrial is?
No. Okay, like
That's it.
like. No, I don't know.
An ultra terrestrial is an interdimensional being, an entity not of this plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what would we consider? Would be like an ultra terrestrial to us? Well, maybe it's something like a god, a deity, something of that. The Ultra Beast. That's actually why they're called Ultra Beasts in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Ultra Beast wasn't chosen by like flippantly. They chose Ultra Beast because they are ultra terrestrials. They're ultra terrestrial Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so long story short, there's many planes of existences, and then there's other planes where there are ultra terrestrial beings that we would consider almost deity-like with powers that are beyond our comprehension. And they like to visit from time to time. When they visit, so as to not interrupt everyday life and stuff like that, they're stripped of their memories and they're stripped of their powers to live a mortal life, and when they die, they return back, taking the experiences with them. And of course, they can choose whatever time and place they choose to go down, because remember, the space-time continuum doesn't mean anything to them. So they can exist in your future, in your past. It doesn't matter to them. So Akami was one of these people. She is Amaterasu. You may know Amaterasu as the Shinto goddess of the sun. Now, she was chosen because you got to be chosen to do it. You know, you have to have good intentions when you go down there.
Only good. Only good.
And of course, whatever. I don't like have an idea what like mechanisms they have for this purpose, but you are essentially sent down. You get to choose what you become. You know, because there's many mortal forms you could take. Some people go down and they'll be like, I want to be a lion, something like that. And they spend their life as a lion and then bring it back and say, that was very interesting. And so she goes down as a snake woman, like as a Lamia. But here's the thing. She wasn't alone on her trip. Whatever process they have for this is meant to strip you of your powers and your memory. Well, she was stripped of her memory, 100%, but retained 75% of her power, even though she didn't know it. Her egg was found in a destroyed shrine to Amaterasu. She was raised by shrine maidens. They knew she was powerful, holy in a way, almost like divine. They just didn't know like to what magnitude. They named her Akami. Heibiko Akami. Heibiko meaning snake child. Kami meaning year of the snake, and Crimson plus year of the snake because she was born in 2001. She hatched in 2001. That is.
Makes sense.
The other entity that came down with her was born to a family somewhere in North America, and he retained 100% of his memories, but only 25% of his power. He was able to influence people, so he quickly kind of took over his family. Like, imagine a baby being born in this world, knowing. Though he is a bit of a blind idiot, you could say, in a way, because while he chose the name Azrael on this plane, he is Azathoth, the blind idiot god from Eldritch, Eldritch. And they're not allowed to come down to Earth anymore, the Earth realm, because of what they did the last time they did that. You ever thought that the writings of H.P. Lovecraft were not, were just pure fiction? No, it was Azathoth influencing H.P. Lovecraft in order to, try to go free his brother.
Wow.
This is why they're only allowed in certain ways. Cthulhu, who sleeps in Relia, of course, is put on the rail. He decided every time he's like, I'm here, I'm trying to rescue my brother. He tells everyone on, all the other ultra-terrestrials, I'm trying to rescue my brother. He's trapped down there. And they go, he's not trapped down there. He made his choice. But they would never explain it to him, or at least they would try, but he just never quite got it. Once again, he just doesn't understand that Cthulhu was put there as a bringer of the end times, to be awoken only then to help deliver humanity, or the life on Earth, to its end swiftly. That's what he's designed to do. So,
Crazy.
Running around on the world, there's a kami who's raised by shrine maidens and eventually, leaves home, Sleepy Mountain Village, goes to Tokyo, and, tries to strike out a life for herself. And there's Azrael, who knows he needs pure divine blood in order to try to awaken Cthulhu. This is where my story gets a little, weird. Or not weird, but weird in the sense that I don't have it all fleshed out. But he eventually, captures me, brings me to the altar, breaks my horns off, because I had written, if you saw my original design, I had horns. I don't have them anymore. Breaks my horns off to get the blood, then tries to combine it with his before he stopped by other actual ultra-terrestrials who descended as in their, true form. And they said, we're going to take him back. Do you, since your entire position here is compromised, do you want to go back? You're Amaterasu now, even though she doesn't retain the memories. And she's like, no, I think I'll just stay and, just keep doing what I'm doing. And that's where we're at now. Currently, Akami runs a net cafe / game store net cafe / game store.
Nice.
Name haven't decided yet, but she lives she works there and she lives above it.
Where does the Pokemon come into play?
She does dabble in. Oh, she just chose that. She just chose the look. Once she learned that she could manipulate the way she looks, however she sees fit, because remember, she still is 75% divine. She's like, I can't grow my horns back. They said, well, that's because it's a divine wound.
Oh.
You can't grow back something removed with divinity. And she's like, oh, okay. And so she played Pokemon, growing up. So she's like, whatever, and decided to pick this one instead.
Nice. I like it.
Because she had a knife that she was trying to defend herself and was disarmed, and she chose the Viper because it always has a knife on it.
Yep, you can't get rid of that.
She'll never have it, removed from her. Well, you can, but not in the sense that, you have to be divine to truly get rid of it.
True. But who would want to get rid of your tail? Everyone loves your tail.
Well, the one person who wanted to get rid of it's gone now, so.
True. That person, the guy is not cool. I don't like him. He's not fun.
No.
He sounds like an isekai protagonist, and we don't like those.
Yeah, I'm the isekai protagonist.
But technically, aren't they both? Just one just remembers, and the other person just has the power for it.
Technically, yes, but it's a reverse isekai.
True. Reverse. I like reverse isekais, actually.
Yeah, because they were from another higher dimension, and then they chose to go down without memories.
Makes sense. They did choose. Okay, cool.
Well, but the cool thing I like about that is it shows that there's no such thing as the infallible divine. Akami is allowed to make mistakes. Akami does make mistakes. Akami is not good. She's not good. She's not evil. She makes her own decisions. There's no oh, you should do this for the good of mankind.
Nah.
Yeah, sure. We should all be doing things for that. She's not inherently evil, but she doesn't act like a goddess, if that makes sense. What people would consider a goddess.
Like D&D,
she'd
be neutral good or something.
Actually, chaotic neutral.
Yeah, chaotic neutral. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, you're right.
So Akami took a love of ninjas and all things ninja, shinobi, kunoichi, and stuff like that. And it's funny because she could do the things you think ninjas do from Naruto and stuff like that. And people are like, oh, can you teach me that? And she tries to, and they can't do it. Do you know why they can't do it?
They don't
Because
have the
even though
power.
Akami doesn't realize it, she's exercising her divine ability to do that stuff.
Makes sense. So you can do the Naruto run?
Yeah. If she wanted to, yeah, but she could like run up walls
Oh.
and like do the disappearing thing. Like she could do all that, like stuff that you're like, there's no way someone could actually do that, but she could. And people are like, oh, can you teach me that? And she goes, yeah, you just run up the wall, and they would try to run up and land on their head and be like, ah, that hurts so much. And she's like, you just do it. You just run up the wall. What's wrong? Why can't you do that?
Why can't you do it? Come on, just get good. Jeez, you guys not trying hard enough.
Yeah, so yeah, she did a little bit as a intercity courier for a while too. So where she opened up her after her encounter with Azathoth, she opened up her little cozy
game cafe.
Her little cozy business.
Yeah. Skill issues. Yeah, there's just skill issues. Not cool enough. For real. Well, Scribble has a question for you. Another question. We're getting through all these spins.
Okay.
Yeah, all the questions, all the best of questions. But that's actually really cool. I like that lore backstory. It's actually really thought out. I like it. Can't wait to see the full story.
Yeah.
Hey, do you watch any YouTubers? And who do you like to watch?
The 3 YouTubers I watch a lot of are Abish, which we talked about earlier because the cooking stuff. For a while, Gray still plays, and Let's Game It Out.
Oh, cool. I actually haven't heard a lot of those. Remember to send me that link of the cooking guy. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
You go. Awesome. I like that. That was quick, easy, nice. I like it. Very good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Going back, when you first, so all right, now I know what question I'm on. Okay, so this is a very controversial question. So let's get right into it. That is, what's your thoughts on the VTuber community at the moment?
There's a lot of VTubers.
There's a lot of VTubers out there.
And
a lot of VTubers.
I think one of the things that people don't do at first when becoming a VTuber is determine if it's actually something they want to do. And they're quick to be like, I want to have a fun character and I want to stream and do all this stuff. And they'll spend all this money, and then they'll realize, wow, I don't like streaming. And it's like, okay, cool. So, but you just dropped a cool $2,500 on your whole setup, and now what?
Not refundable to you.
It pains me to know. I was actually talking to someone earlier. I was saying, I was talking I'm not naming any names when I talk about this, but I was just kind of looking, and we were talking about some of the more prevalent 3D artists that were out there like a couple years ago, right? And when one had like one of them had like one of their last like public, like, hey, I'm opening commissions, for people. And I was looking at some of the people that were chosen, and I'm like, this person doesn't even make content anymore. And I'm like, I know how much that model cost because it was in their terms of service and everything. And I'm like, that's like a $2,000 model.
Oh, wow.
They haven't made a YouTube video in a year, and they even haven't tweeted in like 2 or 3 months. And I'm like, that's pretty. Whew.
Oof. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to put
and
down.
it says that. Yeah, because the thing that maybe people don't realize is this isn't just a VTuber thing. It's a Twitch, and all in all, you have to really know if you enjoy streaming. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy playing things for people to enjoy through me, through almost like what's the word? Vicariously. Because sometimes that's the joy of some games. There are a lot of games out there where it's like some people actually will come in and be like, I want to see how this person does it, or how they approach it, or I want to see their reactions to like the things that happen. And too many times you'll have people enter even the VTubing space or just the streaming space, and you'll come into a channel. And one of the biggest things I had to learn, a lot of people have to learn when they're just getting started off in streaming, is talking to a void. I'll sometimes find myself at times when I'm not in a VC, I'm not, I'm only playing a game with myself, and I'll sometimes be talking to myself now because it's a skill I had to learn and I had to develop. of being like, well, I'm gonna do this now. Oh, what's this? What's this over here? Huh. I wonder how I get up there. Like, you just have to talk. You narrate yourself as you're doing things, and that's what creates the content when you're actually playing a game. If you're just playing a game, and you're not saying anything, you can have a pretty model on the screen, but like, and you can have like the coolest overlays. But if your content isn't engaging, the thing is, anyone can go find a long play on YouTube if they're just here to watch someone play a game. There are plenty. There are times I would literally am like, I'll just throw one on for background noise. I'll play a long play, an unnarrated long play for that, and I'll just be like, okay, cool, that's on there, and I'll just like kind of be casually on the background while I'm doing other things. And but like, people come to VTubers that come to streamers because of the engagement, which is not always engaging with the audience, which I do try to always engage with my audience. It's the engaging with the thing you're doing too. That's got to be a thing. It'd be like, example, someone in the just chatting category watching videos on YouTube, and if they're not doing anything with those videos, like, if they're just watching YouTube, what's stopping you from just watching those YouTube videos?
No, 100%.
They're not contributing to it, and I think that's where a lot of people, VTubers, are guilty for this. Regular streamers are guilty for this. I'm not sure it's just the VTuber community at large. They're guilty of not properly addressing if this is something they want to do. What they see is the Iron Mouses, the VShojo, the Hololive. They see essentially the same thing that happens in Hollywood, where people go, I see your Brad Pitt, your Jennifer Aniston, your big name actors, and I see their lifestyle and all the things they get to do, and I'm gonna move to Los Angeles and I'm gonna be an actor. And they realize, they're like, wow, this sucks. I'm like, yeah, you don't immediately start, you don't immediately go into this business like be getting the roles that they get and stuff like that. No, you as an actor, there's way more involved. Like, all the people striking, when you hear about the WGA and the SAG striking, it's not like the big name actors. Like, sure, they may be part of the Screen Actors Guild, but it's actually all the little people, all the commercial actors, all the TV extras, all those people who are striking to get better, better working conditions and stuff like that.
No, 100%.
So I think, yeah. As for my thoughts on the VTuber community at large, I'm not going to ever be against someone doing what they want to do. Create what you want to create, but address if this is the way you want to do it. If you just want a pretty character, there's loads of artists out there who will draw you a pretty character. It doesn't necessarily have to be a VTuber model. And if you think you want to be a VTuber and you still want to have a model to represent yourself on screen some way, somehow, for your test streams, PNG tube it. Don't start with the multi-$1,000 live 2D or 3D model, and then find out later you hate it. You're gonna regret everything. PNG tubers, there's some PNGs out there. Get an artist to do it. It'll be like $100-$200. I'm not sure I haven't had to like price out a PNG tuber, but like $100-$200, and then maybe sure, it's still money, but like, it's less money than if you went for the full bore. The reason why I went full bore, or even use Make a Vroid or use something straight off Pixiv or something like that. I went full bore because I knew I already liked streaming. I just didn't like how I was representing myself when I was streaming. And so once I found an artist who was like, I want to represent myself this way, and she was like, all right, as she's like doodling, I said, here's some stuff I like, and they look at some of my reference and they're like, okay, cool, snitties, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna never forget that term.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Snake titties.
Oh, makes sense. Okay, now I get it. You're starting to connect. It connects. I see now. But no,
yes, it's all starting to come together.
But yeah, you definitely, that's a really good advice to actually give 100%. That you need to make sure that this is something you want to do, and not just because you think you can become famous easier by doing it. Because there's a lot of VTubers who get into VTubing thinking that they'll become the next Iron Mouse just by buying a really expensive model, and then realizing that there's a lot more to it and it's too much work, and then they give up on it, and then they can't refund that model, so they try to sell it, and it just looks terrible when you look like that. I've had
Yeah. You know what the problem is too? A lot of artists in their terms of service do not allow resale of models in that way.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 100%. So you just
and so you're actually opening yourself up to a lot of litigation. Yeah.
I actually interviewed a VTuber who was who bought a VTuber model for his girlfriend, and they broke up before they debuted. So he just took the model and decided to become a VTuber because of it, because he couldn't get his money back. And it's just interesting that some people would do that. It's like I've interviewed so many people that first started out, come on my show, and they either got too big too fast and they got too didn't like it, so they left, or they felt like they wasn't growing enough, so they stopped because they thought it was a waste of time. It's really interesting. You need to make sure that this is something you want to do long term and you want to keep doing it before you put a lot of money into this kind of thing. That's why PNG tubers are really great, because at least you have an idea of what you want. Place on there, practice streaming, and see if people like your just personality. And then if you feel like you can make a brand off of this, then you can maybe upgrade and try other things. But yeah, thank you for the follow. Yeah,
one of the things that people don't realize is that streaming is a skill. You can't. It's not sure, absolutely, I can download any of the broadcasting softwares, put in all my credentials, and hit go live, right? And I can get all my settings and stuff off YouTube. But the actual playing, doing the content, watching the stuff, chatting with people, that is a skill that you have to either develop over time or just have a knack for it. Because you'll have people that here's an example, not to so with artists, you have people who wow, you're really talented, and there are people who pick up art really fast, really quickly, but there are also people who don't, but they worked really hard to get good and be where they are. Streaming is the same way.
Yep.
Streaming is the same way, and you cannot rely on luck. Sure, people are going to get the breaks. Someone are going to get the big breaks, and they're going to pop off. But do not go into streaming, VTubing or otherwise, expecting to pop off. You're only going to find disappointment, because that's like saying, I'm going to buy and win the lottery. I'm going to buy a lottery ticket and win. That's not how that works.
No, definitely not. I won't buy this one ticket. This one ticket is the only ticket I'll ever buy. I will become a billionaire with this one ticket. No.
Exactly.
No, 100%. Really good tips. Really good insight. I like it. I like it a lot. So how long have you been streaming for? You said 2020, right?
2021. Oh, so if we talk about my first account, 2020-ish. Not 2020-ish. When did Sword and Shield come out? 2019.
2019. All right,
2019. Right. I've been streaming since 2019.
All right.
But my VTubing since 2021 on a brand new account.
Let's stick with that one, the 2021. From when you first started streaming compared to now, have you noticed any changes?
Yes, there's been, a myriad of strange controversies throughout streaming communities, like when non-VTubers were using the VTuber tag because they saw people were, streaming to large numbers on it. I won't name names, but, people who maybe signed a big deal on Kick, for a while. They're streaming under the VTuber tag, and I'm like, why? And they're like, don't gatekeep, but if I want to be a VTuber, I'll be a VTuber. I was like, but VTuber describes the whole ideology of using a non-corporeal entity to represent yourself, right? Whether that's a puppet, whether that's a virtual puppet like a live 2D or a 3D model, or a PNG. This doesn't jive here. And honestly, short form content has become one of the bigger driver forces for, I think, engagement with streaming. I will say, when I was posting originally on TikTok, my first few TikToks, I actually had but I had a pretty good number of people come in on Twitch and I see a follow and they're like, hey, I found your TikToks and they're funny. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And that's really neat when you find people and they'll come in and they're like, hey, I saw you on this and I liked it enough to come over here to follow you.
That's impressive.
And that actually happened to me recently on Twitter, where I had people, I started posting certain types of pictures. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did do the whole I'm gonna post my ass for engagement, like for my 3D model. And yeah, and did I get engagement? Sure, but I started seeing conversion from Twitter to Twitch, which I hadn't seen since Akami 1, when the VTuber bubble was just at its peak. Like the original VTuber bubble, the 2020 the 2021 VTuber bubble. And I'm like, wow, this is incredible. I didn't ever think I would get followers from Twitter to Twitch, like in that aspect. And even now, I sometimes will get a follower here or there with some of the newer stuff I've been posting. And if I were to, like, kind of try to get over my weird, like, mental hurdles of the executive dysfunction and just, like, get started in doing stuff and get the ideas rolling again, I would find myself, maybe seeing more of that. Because if I post I make one video in a vertical format that highlights me as a person, my personality, my sense of humor, post it to TikTok, post it to YouTube Shorts, I might see a return on that time investment back on Twitch. Because the idea of being a Twitch streamer is you need to be doing that. And short form content is really big on that. But the problem is now we're also seeing other aspects of short form content entering Twitch now with the form of NPC streams. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. And I know that, like, some of the terms of service on Twitch lately, technically the NPC streams go against that. So we'll see if Twitch says something about it.
We'll see.
If people don't know what the NPC, or do you know what the NPC streams are?
I don't.
Okay, so it's someone who sets up a bot that. So I guess a big example of the NPC stream, one of the first NPC streams that was really big on Twitch, was what was it? Twitch Plays Pokemon.
Oh yeah, so they have a game like running with no one like manning the stream.
Yeah.
But the chat can control it. Oh yeah, I've seen that.
The chat plays the game. Yes. However, the TikTok trend of NPC streamers is setting up essentially an unmanned thing with something that's playing, like a video that will just play responses for monetization. So, like, on TikTok's monetization, it's always like the certain types of emotes that you can give out that give money, right?
Yeah.
And so on the Twitch side of things, it'll be like bits, and it's like, oh, they'll have like a list of things that this thing will say for the bits that you cheer in the chat, and it's always like dumb little snippets and sound bites and stuff like that. And I'm like, and that's it. That's all the stream is. There's no person talking to you while this thing is that's it. That's all it is.
That's popular.
And I don't know how much money that stream made, but
it's crazy. It's weird.
There were people giving money to it. It's weird. It's weird. And essentially, it's the idea. It's like that's that same like get rich quick scheme that people thought like being a VTuber was, when the VTuber bubble was just about to burst. They're like, oh, being a VTuber is a quick way to immediate success, on Twitch TV and getting viewers and getting money. I'm like, I can go into Twitch right now and show you how many VTubers are streaming to 0 to 2 viewers.
Unfortunately.
Right now. And it's not. And the thing is, someone's like, "Wait, what?" I said, "Yeah, you can just go to the VTuber tag." This is like right when we finally got the tag. By the way, we finally got the VTuber tag. So you just go to the tag and then look, sort by viewers, low to high, and you'll see there's just so many. And like I still see and people. Kai Cenat did it for an hour, got $6,000. That's disgusting.
That is way too weird. Why would people just want to watch that? And pay for that? That's so weird. Like, I have better things to do with my day than to just watch something like that and pay for it. Oh my god.
I'm not sure. It's a different mentality on that aspect, but I'm wondering if it's actually real, or if they have like some kind of scheme where they're also feeding themselves with other accounts
just to make it look like it's really big.
to make it look like it's big. Yeah, I don't know. Once
Mm.
again, until someone says otherwise. But I do know that you have to have some manner of engagement. I think with the audience as a streamer now, that's the reason why Twitch was changing some of their terms, and people were like, "This is weird. We mean we have to talk to chat?" And like,
Have a
yeah,
talk.
and this is why you have to talk to chat. Look, like they're like, because a lot of people are like, but this limits like people doing like the really comfy art streams or like mute streamers, and I'm like, no, what it is it's mostly to prevent stuff like that, where it's just unabashed monetization. But here's the thing: is Twitch really going to stop that? No, because guess what? At the end of the
Makes
day,
money.
Twitch made a bunch of money off that.
Mhm.
Yep. So it's kind of one of those. Exactly
We'll
what
see.
are they going to do here? I don't know.
Yep. We'll see.
But
We'll
that's
see.
if streaming compared to now, there's a lot of people still trying to do the whole get rich quick scheme for streaming. It's no longer VTubing though, which has been kind of refreshing.
I can see that. Definitely. There's
Yeah.
visual reputations of super sugary breakfast foods. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
I think it's either a control fetish or they need to feed it into the bizarreness of it. I can see that.
Maybe. Like, well, this is absurd. Let's see how far it goes. I'm gonna throw 10 bits at it. And it's
Throw some
never
10
like
bits.
big bits. It's never. It's never. Well, the thing is, it's never large sums. I think the highest it goes is maybe 1,000 bits, but most of the bottom ones are like 1, 7, 10 bits.
Oh,
And
so it's
so
the
you
small
consider
thing.
like the minimum number is small. Yeah. So what it is it's a lot of like getting pennies thrown at you for, for these things, and that's what builds on it, because they do it on. It's the same thing happens on TikTok too. You've probably seen on TikTok, you'll like scrolling through, and I try to curate my feed to get rid of these. You'll see the people who like look like they're trying to sleep, and they'll always like play a sound in the room, like to wake them up or keep them awake for money, for the TikTok money. I'm like, wow, okay, it's that. It's almost in that aspect. So
That's crazy.
it's what it is.
People,
Yeah.
there are things out there in the internet world that are baffling to me. They're interesting. They're definitely interesting. I don't know. Not really my jam, but if it's your jam, go for it. But they're interesting. They're
My
definitely
jam goes on sandwiches with peanut butter.
Yeah, I like that jam. That's a good jam. Good jam. That's a good jam. I like it. I approve.
Yeah.
All right. So we have 4 more questions for you. I have 4 more questions for you. Let's speed through these, okay?
Okay.
Cool. So, what's your favorite video game or video game franchise?
Pokemon.
And
Easy.
Digimon?
I like Digimon, but here's the thing. Pokemon and Digimon, when compared to each other, have one problem. Pokemon has a mainline thing, and Digimon and spin-offs. Digimon are all spin-offs. They don't have a core. They don't have a spine to their game structure. You can see that immediately if you look at the first 3 Digimon World games for the PlayStation 1, because all 3 games are different. When I say they're different, it's not like oh, they have new Digimon and a different story. I'm like, no. Digimon World 1 is a VPET simulator and battler. Digimon World 2 is a dungeon crawler with random 3-on-3 battles. And Digimon World 3 is crawl around the world, and you have a team of 3 that you can just evolve in different ways as they level up and grow. And you're just like, wait. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not even joking. The first 3 games are completely different. And then, oh look, here comes Digimon World 4 for the PS2. And that's it's a top-down like hack and slash Souls-like that was actually not originally a Digimon game, but they just put a Digimon skin on it. I'm like, everything is weird. But see, Pokemon, it's like Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7, Gen 8, Gen 9. Everyone always complains. It's the same thing. I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing.
It works for them.
The Pokemon, no, it's not that, but the Pokemon, they have that consistency, which lets the spin-offs shine. Digimon doesn't have a consistent running thingy that would then let the other spin-offs shine. So, and once again, circling back to something I said towards the beginning of the interview, Bandai Namco and the mishandling of franchises.
True, 100%. He's a good circle. I like it. Okay, so here's my question for you.
Yes.
If you would like to see Digimon start completely over and release one game that's going to be the next staple of a Digimon world, what would you like to see a Digimon game come out like nowadays to be like? What do you want a good Digimon game to have?
Digimon Story. The Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. That style of Digimon game is, from a mechanical standpoint, decent. It just needs to be slightly improved on to reduce some of the repetitiveness and increase the collectability. And go from there.
Cool.
But I think that's what they're starting, is now they're starting to kind of figure out what they want in their thing. So
I agree. Hopefully they do.
Because we're supposed to get the next Digimon game is supposed to be a Digimon. It's supposed to be a Digimon story game.
I get it. Good. I want to see that. That'd be good. Hey, Scribble.
Yeah.
What do you want to ask? What do you want to ask our lovely snake lady over here?
Blah.
Blah. What kind of music do you like to listen to?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you like all music?
I like whatever music I like, and that's hard to explain. Once again, it might be a touch of the the neurodivergency in me, right? My playlist has a little of every genre, and if someone's like, "Oh, do you like this artist?" I'm like, "I like that song by the artist. I don't like the artist, but I like that song." And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I listen to things on a by song basis." So my entire favorites playlist is a myriad and a mix of things. So when you say, "What's your favorite music?" Yes.
All right. I see your point. Okay, then tell me a song that's in your head right now that you like. Yeah, it's kind of hard when you don't have a song stuck in your head, but just name me any song that... What?
Hold on. I gotta go to my playlist and look at the name of it, because I don't know the name of it. If I started playing The Town Inside Me.
The Town Inside
for the national, for the trans... Yeah, The Town Inside Me. That's the name of the song.
Nice.
Yeah. Everyone stand for the trans national anthem.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's the character music for Bridget from Guilty Gear.
Oh, cool.
When the newest Guilty Gear Strive, came out, the developers officially canonized it that she's a trans femme woman. And I'm
nice.
like, oh, that's awesome.
That is cool. I like that. I like the representation.
Yeah, it's also just a really nice song. It's a really good song.
Oh, I do that too. I see. That's cool. I like it. Good question. Good answer. All right. If you could be isekai'd or live in another world, a video game world or anime world, what world would you like to be in?
Pokemon, easy.
Yep. That is actually a really easy one. A lot of people like to use that one. And you know what? I am in the same boat. I would love to be in a Pokemon world. Because Pokemon are freaking amazing. However,
the thing is, you have to remember, I think the Pokemon world is not how we imagine it. I think what would happen is we would be isekai'd into the Pokemon world, and then we'd be like, but it was like this in the games and the anime, and then someone comes to you oh my god, Billy was stung by a bee and died, and you're like, oh, was Billy allergic to bees? They're like, no, the bees have 12-inch spikes for hands. Anyone would die. And you realize, oh no,
Pokemon, this is scary. This is scary. Well, see, that's why you want to catch a Pokemon right off the bat, so that you have one to protect you. That's why I want a Gengar. I want a Gengar to protect me. He's so big, so fluffy, adorable. I want him to protect me.
And the cool thing about the Pokemon TTRPG that I put, the system that I used, Pokemon you didn't think would be good can actually be mortifyingly terrifying.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Example, Cricketune. Everyone's like, it's just Cricketune. It's just whoop. No. That thing is a monster. That thing moves 8 squares on the field anytime it moves. And I'm like, someone's like, wait, pardon me? I'm like, yeah. That thing starts on one side of the field and now it's in your face and it's slashing you. And you're like, what? Like,
that's
the
scary.
thing you catch on Route 1 in Diamond and Pearl? I'm like, yes. The thing that you catch in Route 1.
So you want to catch that Pokemon right off the bat. That's what I'm hearing. You want to catch that Pokemon very quickly.
Meh. But it also means I get to beat up kids and take their money.
Yeah, that's true. And they have a lot of money too, like hundreds of dollars. Like, I don't know where they gain that money, but I would totally beat that Pokemon.
Probably from beating up other people.
I just want
Yeah,
to
it's
beat
like,
them.
oh, but see, Pokemon also offers some really, really strange things that we don't think about, and that the Pokemon universe is definitely a meritocracy.
Mm-hmm. Very true, very true. I'll catch a Meowth so I can get payday. Definitely, definitely. I would totally do that.
Just catch a Tyranitar and rob banks.
Ah, true. True. And then get Abra to teleport away. Just teleport. I like it.
Because think about the Pokemon universe. If you say you worked in a restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you take the trash out in the back alley at night alone?
Alone? No, because what if the Pokemon turns into that trash Pokemon?
You mean Garbodor?
Yeah.
Do you know how big Garbodor is?
I'm scared to ask. Yes. What is it? How big?
Canonically by the Pokedex, it's 6'8". It's 6'3".
Oh my god. It's
Is a
huge.
6-foot trash monster that is going to kill you.
No, I don't want to be killed by the trash. I can see
Exactly, because most people are like, when they think Pokemon, they're like, oh, like Charizard, he's like 4'11", and Nidoking's like 4'7". You're like, because they're like, oh, they're not as big as I imagine. Then here comes Carbodor, and you're just like, that's a hulking trash golem. Awesome.
Oh my god. Use a re-murdered for a stick up. Oh my god.
Remoraid, yeah.
Remoraid.
Actually, I did have a Remoraid in a game where I was a player. I was a Fire Ace in that game, but I still had a Remoraid because Remoraids learn Flamethrower. And it's funny. It's hilarious that you have a fish. So as a child, I was like running around with a Remoraid under one arm and using it like a gun.
Wow. Oh my god. That's funny. The things you can do.
Yeah.
The things you can do. That's crazy.
Exactly.
All right, next question. This might be an interesting one for you, but
Yeah.
if you could collab with any VTuber out there, no matter how big or small they are, who would you like to collab with?
Who's live right now? Sometimes it's one of those things I have to see who's there.
Oh, I got.
Do you know what? Let's go with Victoria.
Victoria?
Yeah.
Don't know who that is, but sounds like an awesome person.
She's another snake.
Oh, there you go. We gotta get the snake collab. We gotta get the snake collab. I want to see it. I want to see the snake.
Yeah.
Collab. Just don't be on any planes, okay? Snakes on planes do not work well with each other. Do not work.
Because
well.
usually Samuel L. Jackson's there, and I'd rather not deal with that.
Yeah, he doesn't like snakes on planes either. So I would not collab with on a plane. Just a forewarning. Just forewarning.
Yeah.
What would you like to accomplish, or do you have any goals when it comes to streaming?
Streaming, I would love to be able to be independent and live in my own place, but right now I know that's not currently feasible. So I do need to find a job, and that's been difficult, but it would be cool to be financially independent because of it. But
one day you can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
I believe. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
One day. Okay. Last question. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Cool. And that is one of my favorite questions of the night. Do you have any advice for those who might want to get into streaming or VTubing for the first time?
Do it.
Do it.
No, like actually, like a lot of people are like, well, just, if you think it's something you want to do, just do it. Don't say you're gonna make content. Do make content. Too many people have fallen into the trope of like, and there's somebody like, what if I want to? I haven't planned to debut. Don't. You don't have to debut. Just hit the field, stream. We're finally we're in a space right now, especially where Twitter is not very useful for trying to get yourself out there. So the only thing that's gonna get you out there is doing it. Create that content. Make videos to post on YouTube and TikTok so people can find you better. That's the only way you're gonna like make a name for yourself. It's not gonna be, it's not gonna be like, I can hype the debut up on my Twitter. It's like, Twitter is a garbage fire right now.
Yeah.
Do it. Learn as you go.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
So, yeah, because a lot of people fall into the rut of saying that they're going to do content, saying they're going to debut, and they keep pushing it. and then nothing ends up happening. It's like you could have been doing it this whole time.
Yep, 100%. That's why
I fall into that hazard trap too sometimes, where like, man, I really need to post more TikToks and YouTube Shorts, and I'm like, yeah, and I just sometimes just can't get myself to do it, and ouch, yeah, I'm hurting myself here.
You'll do it. You use this as a excuse for yourself. Do it. Just do it.
Yeah. Do it.
Do it. Go. No, 100%. Like, don't be like, I need to have a PNG. I need to have a model, full-fledged models to start. No, you don't. Just try it out. See how it goes. Do test streams. Just ask a friend or a loved one just to watch you stream and to see how it turns out. Just have fun. Enjoy the things you want to do and just do it. Just do it.
Yep.
Nope,
and
agreed.
Biggest advice too for streamers, audio. If the first thing if you're going to be investing in audio, make sure that your levels are correct. Make sure that you have a decent microphone. You don't have to break the bank. You can get a decent-ish XLR mic for under $100. Don't buy the Blue Yeti. Do not buy the Blue Yeti. Get an XLR mic with an interface. You'll thank us later.
Yep, 100%. Because what I learned
no, go for it.
All I was gonna say was that what I learned is that a lot of times when people watch you, they usually are lurking, and a lot of times they will like listen to you while doing something else. So you want to have really good sound quality because you want them to be able to understand you, hear you from afar, and be able to hear you while they're doing other things. Video quality is cool and all, but you want them to be able to hear you very well.
Yeah. Make sure there's no like errant echoes. Make sure that like the levels are balanced out so that you're not like the game audio is not blasting you out. And here is a controversial tip. If at all times possible, play your games on the English voice dub.
Yep, I do that actually, 100%. Because
people are gonna be like, wait, but it's a Japanese game. I need to listen to it with the Japanese voices. I'm like, if most people are not watching the stream and they're just lurking and listening, what they're gonna hear is they're gonna hear you going, "Oh my god, that happened!" As they hear a bunch of Japanese. Everyone was like, "Why are you playing this Japanese game in English?" I'm like I was Ghost of Tsushima. I was streaming Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm like, because the people who are only listening won't understand what the fuck is going on unless I'm reading it along. And guess what? I'm gonna be fighting on the audio side. Because it's not like other games where it's like you can hit A to proceed. No, play it in English. Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Yep. Because unless you're very trying to get a Japanese audience to come watch your streams, you're usually gonna get English audience because you are speaking English yourself. So they don't want to just listen to Japanese audience. They want to listen to your reaction to English. Yeah.
If you're speaking Japanese and seeking a Japanese audience, you need to be streaming on YouTube. They don't watch Twitch.
True. Very true. Oh my god, that's so based. I love it. Cool. Well, hey, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you for answering every single one of my questions. Thank you. That was actually really good. We went thorough with all those answers, and I like it a lot. We actually did some really good conversations, a lot of debates, and a lot of tips. I like it. Again, still being the weeb senpai. That's the best. Thank you for teaching us the ways. I love it. But we are going over our time. It's a good time. We did a good job. We went off topic a lot, which I love a lot. That's my favorite thing about doing these streams is going off topic. I love it. But yep, we're going to end it up. We're going to wrap things up for us today. Anyone in chat, would you guys like to ask any final questions to our lovely Sneaky over here? You can ask any question you want, no matter what. This is not too crazy. And we also have some spins if you want. If you wanted to spin the wheel. If you guys want to have any more spins, you can totally hit more spins. I think, yep, there's a spin right there. Perfect. Wash a bomb. Spin. We get all the spins. I love the spins. All right, and the next spin is, okay, well, this is kind of an obvious one, but favorite Pokemon?
Volcarona.
Oh, really? So not the snake?
Yeah.
Volcarona?
No, Seviper's my favorite snake Pokemon. But if you're saying,
Oh.
hey, what's your favorite Pokemon? It's Volcarona.
Oh, I
I
didn't know
love
that.
Volcarona because its typing is so like such a like divergent from each other because it's Fire Bug. It has a 570 base stat total, akin to like some of the legendaries out there, like like the Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. So it's a fantastic Pokemon.
Oh wow, that's actually pretty interesting. I didn't know
It's
that.
just when I was playing a lot of Pokemon before the Viper design, people would ask me, they're like, "Hey, if you were going to be a Pokemon VTuber, like a Pokemon design that based off a snake, you'd be an Arbok, right?" And I'm like, "Hell no, I'm going to pick
Hell
a
no.
cool snake like Viper."
Well, I know that you wanted. Isn't Volcarona the moth one, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one? So that actually fits with your other VTuber design that you'd like to be. So hey, that fits.
Yeah,
That fits.
exactly.
That actually fits so well. I like it. But dies to a pebble. Oh no, dies to a pebble. A pebble.
Oh yeah, it is quad weak to rock. Actually, it dies to rock slide.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Well, cool. Well, any more questions? Any more spins? Well, actually, I think I have a limit on my spins, but any more questions? And
It's a 4-minute cooldown. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So we might end it off with that spin by itself. Isn't Volcano based on Amaterasu? I could see that. That also fits with your style too.
So,
wow.
Yeah, so Volcarona is essentially an embodiment of the sun, which is what Amaterasu is. Amaterasu, also being the sun goddess in the Shinto religion, also has a strong tie to snakes. See,
Oh.
it's almost as if I'm a Japanese studies major and I know this shit.
I wonder. I wonder where she got all that. Maybe it's from the degree she posted.
Yeah. Also, like the other funny thing too is Amaterasu. It's debated of whether or not she is either male or female, and I'm like, that's perfect. I'm a transgender snake VTuber who's an embodiment of Amaterasu. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. I love it. I love it. What Pokemon
But,
type are you?
I am fire poison.
Oh, nice. I can see that. I can see that. You and your fiery personality. Yeah. Fiery personality. Mind blown. Cool, cool.
No, I'm not Blacephalon. That's Blacephalon's move.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, hey, thank you for joining on my show. I really do appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you. And thank you all, everyone in chat, for chatting it up. You guys are freaking amazing. I love talking to you guys. Where can people find you if they need to get a hold of you?
Twitch.tv/Akami is my channel where I stream. I stream currently Monday, Tuesday, or not Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. If you go exclamation mark, or no, if you go to my Twitch, you'll find links to my socials where you can join the Discord. We hold a watch party every week with some breaks here and there. We're finishing up Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger this week.
Ooh.
With the last movie and the last 5 episodes.
That'd be cool.
You can also find me on Twitter at KamiHeavyCo and TikTok at KamiHeavyCo as well.
Nice. I like it. And if you guys want, I do these interviews each and every week where we interview a new VTuber. So if you would like to see a new VTuber come on my show, you can also follow me as well. But how about you?
Who's on next week?
Actually, let me look it up. I actually have I have all of this month and August filled up. Oh, Spectra. Oh wait, yeah, Spectra. It's a really cool like ghost dog VTuber I saw. Oh my god, I'm really looking forward to meeting her. He has a really cool like fiery design, so I'll definitely look forward to seeing that person. It's gonna be cool.
Nice.
You'll notice that I really like cool designs when it comes to VTubers. So I will like if I see someone has a really cool design, I'll reach out to them to see if they like to come on my show. So yeah, if you have a really cool, really awesome design, really interesting, I will reach out to you. But my goal is to interview every single VTuber out there. It's my goal. Every single one.
Nice.
So one day we'll see how it goes. So we'll see how long I can get this to go. But do you have do you have someone who's streaming right now I can raid?
Let's go with Dr. Crafty VT.
Can you send me their name so I can put it in the thing?
Yeah.
Cool. While she does that, thank you guys all so much for joining in. You guys are freaking amazing. I hope you guys all have yourself a very awesome, very fantastic day, and definitely check out our lovely Snakey for the rest of her week of streams.
What's the raid message?
I see. I've been told to make a raid message for a very long time, but I only have one. Everyone's been trying to come up with ideas of like, you've been tricked by the Tricko, or something like that. I'm not good at these come up things.
I'm not good at that. Mine's just snake
Yeah.
raid. That's it.
We can do your
Beauty of being a
snaky.
No. Let's do yours. Let's see.
You guys have an idea of a snake raid? I will save it.
I got one. I got one. Hold on. What emote do you want to use? Do you have a emote you use?
I do have actually a raid emote. Is this one right here?
Okay. So. There you go. There's your raid message right there.
Want to see a trick? And then I see. You know what? I like that. I'm going to save that for myself too.
And then what you do is, I can't post your raid mode, so I'll use mine right now. You do something like this. Something really simple. Like, watch this. You frame it. This is how I do mine.
Senpai's teaching me the ways.
Oh, yeah. So you do something like that. You put 2 and then the thing in 2. That's how I do mine.
Oh.
That way it's like, you know. Everyone does it different. And so if you have access to my raid emote, use my raid emote. If you have access to Tricko's raid emotes, use their raid emote. If you don't, use whatever emote you got available to you. Use whichever one you want to see. And then, so Dr. Crafty VT is holding what they call the open lab. He's a VTuber with other VTubers on, so you'll get to see more people.
So we'll see more
That's why
VTubers. Let's do it. I like it.
Yes,
all right,
and
let's do it.
I picked it because I think he's in the same category as we are with talk shows and podcasts.
Oh.
Yeah, see? Look at that.
Cool,
so you
then.
can see, looks like Dr. Crafty, Berry Tart VTuber, Lomari Fairchild, Dreamy Inky, and Dinah Terrano.
Cool. Then let's get this raid started. Let's get all that sent up. Copy and paste the raid message, and we'll definitely get everything all set up and good. I'm actually going to save this on mine so I can actually do a hashtag, exclamation mark. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for joining in. You guys are freaking amazing. I hope to see you guys next time. Don't forget to give our lovely Snake a follow and check out her stuff. So definitely. Till then, I hope you guys all have yourself a nice day, and we'll see you guys next time. Don't leave Discord yet, okay?
Okay.
Cool. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye, everyone. I hope you guys have nice days. Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming.